What is up, everybody? Welcome to Racing Dudes Live. I'm Magic. He's Aaron Halterman. It's Pegasus World Cup Day. Aaron, how you doing, buddy?
What is up, everybody? What's up, Magic? Man, it's just the two of us. Look at us.
That's all right. We're gonna have a party. We're missing Jared. He was gonna join us, but Jared had something come up. But hopefully he joins us later. Our thoughts and prayers out to Somich at NHC. We're missing you too, but we're 2 minutes. Listen, we're 2 minutes to post to the start of the late pick 5 as the grade 2 Inside Information Stakes. 7 furlongs, fillies and mares sprinting. And Aaron, just one time, 9-5 favorite. This is a horse that privately purchased, sent to Brad Cox. Joel Rosario is riding. We have no idea what she's going to do here. The bettors think she's a freak.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I mean, this horse is getting bet something hard here, which is it's crazy to see. I thought this horse, maybe be the favorite but not get bet like she is. I thought this was a wide open race. If you looked at the website, have the guide, what have you, I picked the 5 in here, and so did Jared. So 5-2, I kind of thought this horse would get bet down, and it has. But I don't know about 9-5 on this 8. We used the horse on the pick 3, but as far as on top, man, I don't know if I could bet that horse at 9-5.
Yeah, that was we saw 3-1 on the morning line, and I thought, well, okay, they probably think she's good. She's being bet with the promise of what she can do, but I'm curious to see what she does trying 7 for the first time on fast dirt, because that's a combo she's never done before. So that 7th furlong is something that a lot of these horses is a little tricky for them to get, and that's why in the guide, the top pick for a lot of us, including the live bankroll articles, all over the 5 graces, and she's 5-2 second choice.
Yeah, it just seems like this 5 is ready to run the race today, right? And what I mean by that, it looks like got a little prep under her belt last time out. This should be where we see her best, in my opinion. Is it good enough to win? I certainly thought it was. But, this 8 coming out of Penn National, you just don't really know. Brad Cox for the first time. I think for me, a lot of it was I bet Brad Cox in this race last year. I think Cinnabunny was the horse's name. Didn't show up. She didn't do much. We had this horse.
Yep.
So I don't know. Maybe that was still hanging in my mind a little bit here, but I still think she's being a little bit overbet in the spot.
I remember Cinnabunny, and my memory says she came in with a little bit more proven, at least, that this is a horse that's coming from Penn National. A Pennsylvania bred program is not a bad one, but when you're only facing Pennsylvania breds, we have no measuring stick to know what's going to happen here.
No, not at all. It kind of reminds me of, what is the name of that Pennsylvania bred filly that's been sprinting? What is her name? Went to the Preakness and won. Chubwagon.
Chubwagon, yes.
Yes, reminds me of Chubwagon a little bit, although this horse still has more proving to do as well when you compare them to Chubwagon.
Right. Let's see. With 0 minutes to post, still 9-5 on the 8 horse. 4 graces, 5-2 holding here. So we're just to let everybody know, where if you're part of the wagering guide, especially the live bankroll article, it focuses on the graded stakes races, and we're alive through the first leg of the pick 4 thanks to Bunge winning the McKnight last race. So we need either the 5 or the 8, but again, if you're playing the live bankroll article, we really want the 5 here. Let us know if you get in the chat, you guys, who you're picking. If you got questions as we go through the late pick 5 here at Gulfstream. We're also going to cover Oaklawn has the Southwest Stakes, and then Santa Anita has the San Vicente Stakes. So we're all going to cover that in this block. So questions, comments, whatever you guys think about what's going on today, throw it in the chat there.
It's going to be crazy. Coming up at about the 4 o'clock Central Hour, 5 o'clock Eastern Hour, we'll have the San Vicente, we'll have the Southwest, we'll have the Pegasus World Cup, all within about 30 minutes of each other. And then if you go backwards about 15 minutes, you'll have that Pegasus World Cup turf. So that last hour of the show, We're going to be everywhere. It's going to be wild. As I get ready to go in the gate, I want to talk about real quick the Martha Washington. I thought we saw a great filly in the Martha Washington Magic. Secret Oath for D. Wayne Lucas wins that race easy. On her way to the Kentucky Oaks. I mean, this horse looks really, really good, doesn't she?
She really does. And we were watching the race together off air, and we were surprised that she was 1-2 because her form was kind of doing this, and we weren't sure. Her only other time facing Greatest Stakes in the Goldenrod, it didn't go very well. So you had 1-2, and then the 4-horse optionality was the 9-5 morning line favorite, and Willie actually got that one wrong too because she goes off at 7-2. But she was the proven horse. You thought for sure that she was going to get the job done, but the coach, man, you said it. He's got a really good one here.
Lucas runners at Oaklawn get bet. They just do. They always have. It's the last place on earth where they still kind of think, yeah, Lucas has got great horses. It's odd, but they do. They get bet, and he definitely got bet, or she, I should say, definitely got bet hard there. You were right. It's like, I don't know. Is this really what we want to do here? Is this really what we want to play here? 1-2 on this horse? Yeah, that was a laugher. And you're right. Optionality, pretty nice horse for Asmussen, and just not even competitive in that race. So really interesting. All right, 5-2 now on 4 Graces. We got a big $50 win wager on this horse, and then, like I said, the 5 and the 8 and the pick 3. So a little bit of a nerve-wracking time here. We kind of talked about you really don't want to go into this year's Pegasus World Cup needing a cash to make money. You want to get in there with a chance to make more money, but if you lose, you're still good. So this is a big step towards that.
It's exciting. You talked about it on Blinkers Off and on Dudes Who Bet Sports that this is a very exciting weekend for us. For me, this is the most excited I've been since the Breeders' Cup for the racing, and it feels less stressful because Breeders' Cup, there's just every race is a championship race throughout the whole weekend. At least with this one, you get you get a nice handicap on the Tapeta every once in a while to kind of just cleanse the palate and refresh yourself and not be so high stakes. But yeah, they're going in the gate for me. We're almost fully loaded. How about you?
Yep. We got 2 more to load, so I think we're on about the right sync there. So that should be good.
Just waiting on our girl 4 Graces. Whoa, 8.
Ooh. There's the Cox horse, jumped up the 8.
Yep. She sat down for a second. She's okay.
Boy, that was real quick to kind of recover. I thought that may be resulting in a scratch there real quick, but not really what you want to see. But let's see. Everybody's good now.
It is if you bet the 5.
Yep, there they go. I mean, very uneventful start to this race.
Yeah. 4 Graces sitting mid-pack there. That's probably a good spot for her.
Yep, the Cox horse is taking a lot of dirt in the face, so we'll see here. Gosh, the 3 went off at 13-1. Holy cow! Can't believe that happened. Okay. Anyway,
Jakarta's pretty at 5-1's a smaller price, but she and AG Indy, if they can handle this Gulfstream dirt, with their turf form, they're pretty solid too.
Cox, yeah, I agree. Cox horse went off at 3-2. 4 Graces 3-1. They're head and head, but they're about 6 links behind everybody else. This is the problem with this.
They are. Well, I think they're going quick for 7.
Yeah, they are going very fast. 4 Graces has taken a ton of dirt.
Yeah, she's not. Well, she also hasn't been asked. I think he's going to wait and try and go inside a little bit here.
She's got a huge path inside, but she's got to.
She does.
She cut the corner.
Tip off. That's a good spot for her. Get after them. Come on, Gracie. Come on, Gracie.
Come on, Gracie.
Come on, Gracie. Get up there.
Come on, 5.
Come on, Gracie.
Come on, 5.
Come on, Gracie.
Come on.
Go. Come on, Gracie. Dig in there.
Damn it.
Oh, man. Oh. Well, wow.
The pick 3 moves on is the good part. Boy, bad part is the 5 ended up cutting the corner, got the ride, and bam.
Oh, man. So the question coming in, just one time, potential freak, potential flop, and then we saw what happened in the gate. She sat down and reared and took a lot of dirt early, wasn't forwardly placed like she sometimes likes to be, and it didn't matter. Aaron, what did you think about what did you think about just one time now that we've just seen the replay?
Maybe 10 links the best.
Wow.
I mean, the horse went wide. The horse sat down at the gate. Everything. Pace set up perfectly for the 5 and the 8 to make these moves, but the 5 saved all the ground and just got beat. That's That's a tough loss if you bet the 5, but a really really nice horse there in the 8. And like I said, thankfully we have the horse in the pick 3. So now we're all in on Regal Glory. But that was at a good single by Sydney there. That was a hell of a race from that horse. That's a really really nice horse.
Very nice horse, very nice effort. First time the horse really took a lot of dirt. She always was pretty close up. First time facing open company, graded stakes horses. First time trying 7. A lot to overcome. But then you see a horse like Joel Rosario picks up the mount, and you go, okay, well, this horse probably has a good shot then.
Yeah, that's just it. I didn't know if this was more of a, hey, we got Rosario on a few of ours today. He has to ride this one, or if he maybe picked it up and really wanted to. And obviously, we got the answer now. It was a good race overall. I mean, this is a horse I had in second, so I didn't know who that was over there, Magic. This is a horse I had in second, so not too upset about it for sure. I've had a lot of second choices win today. Hopefully, that changes sometime soon. But for me, the toughest part of that one was I really thought we had the 5 home. The way she cut the corner like that. And so for that horse, the 8 still to win was really, really impressive. I thought we definitely had her beat there. So, and then also at Gulfstream, over the last few weeks, the inside part of the dirt track has been good. So pretty crazy.
Yeah, a lot to overcome there. Very, very nice. By the way, I don't know if you saw, you can bid on the hat that Brad Cox is going to wear when they walk over with Nick's Go for the Pegasus. Did you see that?
Okay.
And you can also bid on the pants that Joel Rosario will wear when he rides Nick's Go in the Pegasus World Cup.
Well, that's 2 things I won't be bidding on. I don't really care to have a pair of jockey pants or a trainer's baseball cap.
So Celeste asked me if we're going to get it for Colston, and I was like, yeah, it'd be a good 3rd birthday present for him, Joel Rosario's jockey pants.
Yeah, that's right. Well, he's your son, so he'll probably be grown out at him at the age of 3, actually. So I don't think that's going to work, man.
Maybe a little sooner there. Any final thoughts on the inside information here? Pretty chalky with the favorite and 4 Graces coming in second, but that doesn't underlie the fact that very impressive efforts from both.
Yeah, listen, I don't think we can say enough. I think the source has kind of stamped herself in a division that's pretty wide open. Obviously, the filly and mare sprint. It's so early. There's so many things that can happen, but I think this is a major player. Moving to the Cox barn, definitely going to get chances to take in a much tougher company. But listen, this wasn't the greatest field she beat today. It's still a solid one. And to do it sitting down at the gate, going wide, everything we talked about, the biggest chance to beat her, saves all the ground. All the factors were there that even if this horse was really good today, still could have got beat. So I think you tipped the cap to just one time. That was really, really impressive. I did not think she would be that good.
Yeah, she ran to the 3-2, which rare when all of these things come together, and then it's even rare when they come together and the horse doesn't do it again. So keep an eye on what she does, especially Brad Cox. We saw what he did with Kafefi, who became the Breeders' Cup Filly Mare Sprint champion. Big year ahead for this horse. So we'll see what they do. Let's move on. Filly Mare Turf, Pegasus World Cup Filly Mare Turf, formerly the Marshes River, is next, race 9. And this is Regal Glory is the 2-1 morning line favorite. It was your top choice in the guide, Jared's top choice in the guide, and also in the live bankroll. You're alive, singled in the pick 3, and a big win bet on her.
I mean, it hinges on this horse, right? We need to get this horse home. That's how to summarize it. Whether you have a really good day or not probably depends on what Regal Glory does here. She opens off at 4-5. When I saw the prospective fields 2 weeks ago, I said I think she's a single. When I saw when it changed a week ago, I said I think she's a single. When I saw it when they actually drew, I said I think she's a single. So, if that's your opinion, you've got to have it. You've got to play, into her like that, and that's why we singled her in the pick 3 for $5, and then also bet the win. So, I mean, this is just. It's one of those things, right? If your opinion's right, you're going to get a pretty decent payout, and if not, you're going to be crying. That's racing for you. But this was certainly our strongest opinion on the card, so we'll see what happens with her.
So it's got some people in the chat. Mike Somich is at NHC in Las Vegas, if you didn't know, and people asking how he is doing and overall the leaderboard. I don't really recognize any of the names that are up there. Definitely not anybody from Magic Mike Show Army crew that I recognize. So if you go to ntra.com, it's right here, the searchable leaderboard. You can actually type in. So Dr. Tang is there. He is sitting in 318th place. We'll see where Mike Somich is. Hey, look, Mike, I'm going to hand it to Mike because Mike ended the day with $0 in this one and $4 in this one, and Mike is already doing a lot better today.
So yeah, he really has made a move, and you might say, well, how much, like, does it say it's 270th there?
Yeah, 271st out of 643.
Okay, so he made a huge move because I don't think he had hardly anybody beat yesterday. So
right.
He's doing the job of trying to make up ground, and that's got to be very, very tough to do. But yeah, having 61.60 and 38.60, that, like I said, that's all today. So I'm sure he's sitting there going, okay, we're in contention right now.
Well, and he's beating Tyler Hoffman finally. I know that's a big thing for him. He and Tyler are at the same table with Dr. Tang. But we'll keep an eye on this one throughout the day.
The leader is 216.80. So like you said, you still have a ton you got to make up. What do you have to be in the top to advance to tomorrow? Do you have any idea?
I believe it's top 100.
Okay. Well,
but I could be wrong.
Look, the first time he went, he was right there with nothing, and he blew up the last 30 minutes to an hour of the thing and got to the
he hit 3 of the last 5 races that he bet, including he had like a 40-1 bomb at Golden Gate that won.
Yeah. So he's not out of it. I've seen him come back from further down, but he's got things to, he definitely dug himself a big hole, and I say that. I mean, listen, you get to those things, it's just you hit them or you don't, right? You're trying to get long shots, you're trying to get horses 5-1 or higher, and that's not the easiest thing in the world to do. So,
are you able to pull up Equibase to screen share? I was trying to think of what we could have going on. People don't want to just stare at our beautiful mugs.
No. Yeah, I will pull that up now for you.
You pull that up for Zan. Anyway, so if you guys are still joining us, thanks. The numbers keep growing, so we appreciate it. We're covering all of the action at Gulfstream today. We'll be covering everything right here of the races, but we're also going to be looking at Oaklawn and Santa Anita. We've got the Southwest Stakes and the King Cotton Stakes at Oaklawn. We're going to have the San Vicente Stakes at Santa Anita. So a lot of action, along with, of course, the Pegasus stuff. And if you guys are new to this, this is all fun, kind of on the fly. If you have questions, handicapping questions, you got a horse that you like or a horse that you hate, throw it in the chat. This is all about dialogue and having fun. So, also it works really well if you have alcohol too, Aaron. I don't know if you started drinking yet, but
no, I haven't. I'm going to wait till after today. I don't want to pass out on the stream. We got a long stream today, so
we do.
I did not want to do that.
I almost grabbed the big, tall, beautiful bottle of bourbon that Geist got me, and I realized I was like, no, this is gonna be a long. It's 11 o'clock first of all, and now it's gonna be a long day.
That's right. Yeah, that's it. That just did. It's very. Look, I can't. I guess I better change that. I can't toggle back and forth. Hold on, I will change that. That'll
there you go. Yeah, let's not get in trouble before.
I was say we probably just got shut down there.
And like Ronald says, don't get to the like button. I appreciate that, Ronald. Hang on. What is that? I missed his. Oh, Millennium Force, the roller coaster. Oh God, I miss Cedar Point so much. Grew up in the Midwest that loved Cedar Point.
I don't think I've ever heard of it.
Cedar Point?
Yeah.
Are you a roller coaster guy? You don't strike me as a big roller coaster guy.
Yeah, I like roller coasters.
Oh, you do? Okay. It's it's think Six Flags but better. It's a controversial opinion, but lots of big, tall, fast rides. If you want to go 120 miles an hour straight up in 4 seconds, you can do it.
Really? That's cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Anyway, sorry. But the Gulfstream, 17 minutes to post here. Let's look at the betting odds. So we got 4-5 on Regal Glory. Not surprised. I figured she'd be around even money or so. Sweet Melania, 6-1 sitting there. Otherwise, it's kind of pick your price here. The only one really taking money other than the favorite seems to be Summer in Saratoga, who Joe Sharp scratched out of a race at Fairgrounds to come here. So maybe some people thinking that's an angle to play, but otherwise Regal Glory taking all the money.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised Summer in Saratoga is taking this much money. I think the value on the board is Shifty She at 10-1. That's pretty damn good price on that horse. And Magic, I don't like her, but Sweet Melania, you like her, and you're getting the price you want right? 6-1. That's very good. So anybody on this board, I think if Jared was here, he would say, man, 10-1 on nicest is pretty darn good as well.
My son's on the other side of the door trying to get in. He wants to be on the live
He
stream.
hears my voice.
He hears he hears Aaron's voice and wants to come inside. Let's see, Cindy. God, I'm always torn because Cindy's always such a great guest in our shows, but every once in a while, Cindy's against us, and I'm like, well, I have to root against Cindy, and I feel bad for it, but she's on Sweet Melania gift list. And in a hurry here, we talked about Sweet Melania a little bit, but Gift List is a horse that I kept trying to push into my top 4 for the guide, Aaron, and ultimately didn't. But a little bit of interest here on the 5. What about you?
Yeah, Gift List. I'm sorry, Sydney. I couldn't get there with Gift List. Your other ones, I couldn't really get there within a hurry either. Sweet Melania is okay, but I couldn't get there with Gift Lift. But you know what? You have been red hot lately, so I think you cashed a huge one at Fairgrounds last weekend. So I wouldn't really worry about what I have to say. You've been on fire, so good luck. I mean, you're going to cash in big if the 1, 5, or 10 get there for you, no doubt. I couldn't, Gift List, I guess, to kind of echo what you're saying, toyed with that horse in the 4th and 5th spot, just couldn't ever quite get all the way there with that one.
Looking at the pick 3 payout. So for 50 cents, Sweet Melania paying $25.50, Regal Glory $10.35. The 5 is $51.20. You get the 10 home, Cindy. I don't know what you're playing it at, but it's paying at $164.20 for 50 cents. So you get that 10 home. You're going to be very rewarded for that. I kind of liked In a Hurry a little bit. She's got a stalking style, and she's going to keep Castellano aboard, and Shug has been running well at the meet so far. He usually does well with Castellano here. The buyers are improving. The problem is she's still, I think, going to need to take another big step forward. And can she do that when she didn't even beat some of these horses in the Swanee River?
Well, I mean, that's a question, right? And that's going to be the big thing to ask here. That was just it. It's just all these horses, like, okay, yeah, you would go, like when I handicap, I go down the list. Yeah, that one's pretty good. Yeah, that one's okay. Yeah, that one's okay. Then every time I would go to Regal Glory, and it's like, all she has to do is just show up. All she has to do is just run her race, not get traffic, blah, blah, blah. She's better than these horses. She's just and it's not like a huge difference. It's just, she's just a little classier, a little more grade 1, grade 2 winning experience. It's a little better on the speed figure standpoint from her. So all those things, it's just like, the other thing was, if you don't play her, I had a hard time finding that other horse to really lock into. Like, for example, in the last race, I really liked Four Graces at that price,
Yeah.
And I could lock into her, and she ran well. She just got beat by the favorite. Here, it's like there's too many options for me to go, and at the end of the day, I do think Regal Glory is the one to beat. Now, listen, Dr. Miranda mentions Wakanaka for the win. That's who I have in second. That's who I'm scared of. And I'm scared of the horse because out of all of them, that's the one we just don't know about. We've never seen this horse in the United States. First time for Bill Mott coming in from Italy. Maybe that horse is just better. That's the one that scares me. Now, I will say, I don't think this horse would be 12-1 if there was buzz on the horse. If that horse would have been bet down to like 3-1 first click, I would have been a little more worried. But usually these horses will get bet. I'm not saying to be the favorite, but maybe the second choice. So that has me a little worried.
Yeah, normally I don't want to touch a horse that's coming from Italy that is racing in America for the first time. And you don't have, we don't have the superstars that you might see in New York in the summertime here, which is probably why, let's put her in here and prep her for that New York series. But it's just odd that you don't usually see Italian horses come over here and really become big stars. But it is also interesting that Umberto Rispoli, the Italian stallion, is going to be riding this horse. And, maybe he knows the trainer. Maybe he's got some insight into that this horse, people say this horse is really good. You should ride it. So it's just interesting that that's who Mott decides to put on this horse when really they don't have a relationship that outside of here. They're 1 for 4 together, lifetime.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. And that's kind of the, that's kind of the weird thing. Like if there was just some kind of random jockey, I would be a little bit more worried, or a little less worried, I should say. But
right.
Rispoli definitely gave me pause.
I put this up. Kevin says Reese Blue better ride better than he did on Temple, because the very first comment we got before we even 13 minutes before we went live, I logged in and this is comment sitting here. Kevin's already mad about Reese Blue's ride on Temple. So yeah, Kevin's gonna be watching you closely, and you better watch it. Cindy's got the pick 3 for $1. I didn't realize this. If you play in Canada, so probably was that HPI bet. You can either only do it for $1 or 60 cents. That's kind of funky.
Trust me, I think it'd be good cashes for you, City. But I thought they would pay a little more. I don't know. I guess the 10 probably pays about right. I thought the 5 would pay a little bit more. Let's see, for $1, it's 102.40 right now.
Well, you have back-to-back 3-2 favorites.
Yeah, you're right.
Coming into this.
But I guess what I'm saying is, Regal Glory's dollar pick 3 is $20.70. So you're looking at a $5 pick 3 that's going to pay over $100. That's still pretty decent. And then you look at the next one, Sweet Milani, although I guess it is a $30 difference, 20 to 51. So more I look at it, I guess it makes sense. Maybe just the 5 only paying 100. And again, I say only, but you are beating the horse that a lot of people, including myself, probably singles, who think it might pay a little bit more. So Wakanaka 119.80 for the pick 3 will pays, by the way.
For $1. Yep. Yep. Tom O'Connor says nicest at this price. She is 11-1 off a 6-1 morning line. Aaron, this was actually my second choice behind Sweet Melania here. I love that it's American Pharaoh. So turf is going to be good. A Manju mares especially produce long distance turf specialists. So they sent this horse to Michael McCarthy, and Katsumi Yoshida is one of the top breeders and owners in Japan. He's not going to send a horse to McCarthy randomly. And McCarthy doesn't send horses to Gulfstream unless they're going to win. So I really, really like her here. It's going to be a tough ask for her, but I think you're getting a really great price. What did you think about it?
I certainly agree with the comment that Tom made. It just feels like a steal. I don't think the horse should be 11-1. Look, I really like Regal Glory in the spot, but if you're going to play against her, 11-1 on nicest makes a ton of sense. If you're wrong, it's like, well, you can't let 11-1 go. This horse was 6-1 on the morning line. I thought that was perfect. I thought that was exactly what she should be. And now that she's 11-1, I get it, Tom. I don't mind at all if I wouldn't mind even if I disagreed. But what I'm saying is I don't disagree that 11-1 is certainly, if you like nicest, that's one to fire on. And again, I kind of like Shifty She, 10-1. Who knows? Maybe do a little hedging there with that horse. Probably not. But I just feel like that's too good of a price. That horse kind of running second off a layoff should be a little tighter today. May get out in front and just take him gate to wire.
Yeah, you're not crazy, Tom. Don't worry about it.
I don't know if I confirmed it or not for you, Tom, but
at least this in this sense, we'll at least tell you in this sense you're not crazy. Jared checking in live from Merchant Care. Let's get this for home. Listen, Regal Glory, if you don't win, Jared Welch is going to die. Please don't do that to him.
Well,
Please
that's
don't do
not
that to Jared.
funny to say for someone who might have COVID, Magic. So
you remember that South Park episode when it's the little kids and they play the Detroit Red Wings Stanley's Cup? You don't remember that? All right.
So anyway, let's hope that what you said is not true.
That's where I was going with that. Yeah, no, Jared will be fine. Listen, come on. Jared's had a lot worse that tried to knock him down than what he's got going on now.
Just like exactly. Yeah, he'll be fine, I'm sure. But this is what's happening is really odd with a lot of people right now. Jared's been sick all week, and immediately he's like, well, it's COVID. It feels a lot like it was last time. Got a negative test, and then, called the doctor 3 days later, said, hey, I still feel like shit. They're like, yeah, you probably have COVID. Well, it's been a lot of negative tests that people that are positive right now. So, we'll see. Hopefully you're all right. Hopefully they give you something to help a little bit. So
it's something that helps quick because Aaron and I don't want to talk by ourselves the whole time. So we'd really love it if you can hurry up and get well, get home, and get on the live stream with us.
Well, I mean, that would be great. But listen, again, he may have COVID, and I don't think we should make those kind of jokes anymore, Magic.
He'll be good. Jared, besides the Chiefs game tomorrow, will be more dangerous to his health.
Well, that's why he went
always
today,
the case.
so he could get healthy for the Chiefs game.
There you go. Make sure he's fine for it.
We got 6 minutes. One horse that'll make or break the day. I want to hear what that horse is. Go ahead, Maddie.
We got 6 minutes to post here. The horse is finally coming out on the track. Still 4-5 on Regal Glory here. Let's go back while we wait here. It was way back earlier, some big news that broke. Ken DeSormo getting arrested. So he's not going to be riding Stiletto Boy. Stiletto Boy picking up Jose Ortiz, and pretty good move. I mean, sucks for what happened with Ken, but let's talk about the Stiletto Boy rider change that Bree asked about earlier.
I think listen, I'm not going to say anything bad about Ken. I think at this point it's extremely sad, right? Like, Magic, if you and I go out of the town and do something dumb like that, I think at the point you go, well, those guys are just idiots. Like, why did they do that? But when this has happened over and over, it gets to a point, and while what he's done multiple times is awful, it gets become more sad. He can't control it. So I'm not going to talk shit about the guy. That being said, I mean, you got Jose Ortiz at Gulfstream instead of Ken DeSormo. If you like Stiletto Boy, I don't see any reason to say, oh, I don't like him now. I mean, I think he'll be just fine. I think it's a good, again, I don't want to sit here and say upgrade, but it's an upgrade. It's Gulfstream Park. It's Jose Ortiz. I think it's good.
And not only that, Jose Ortiz rode him to win. Was it the Iowa Derby? What was the race he won at Prairie Meadows?
Yeah, he won the Iowa Derby. And listen, the horse wasn't really bad in Iowa that day, and at night, I should say, and went out and won. So, I mean, he's got experience with him. That's another bonus as well. Again, it's fine. It's not going to be a big deal. I wouldn't let that worry you one way or the other.
Yep. If you liked him before, you should still like him. Cindy's just going to keep teasing us until we get there. We've got an hour to race 11, and she's saying, well, it's in race 11, so we'll wait until then. So you better tell us. I forget who it was. Someone else said that they had a can't miss horse. There was an ascot, and they never told us. And I was like, well, how was I supposed to know which one it was going to be? It was a bad tease. Miranda wants to know, which horse groom do you think will win best turned out? Most excitement there's been these last 2 races.
Yeah. Well, we tried to have some excitement in the last race. This didn't happen. That's well, here you go. Best turned out. It looks like I don't have the sound on.
Centennial Farms.
That would be Shug's horse.
Or the 8. Is that Summer in Saratoga?
I think that's
10.
I don't know.
I missed it.
I don't know. I missed it. Miranda, let us know if you're watching with the sound on. I couldn't see who that was.
I turned the sound off too. 3 minutes to post, 4-5. Regal Glory. Jose Ortiz doing something that I've seen him do with horses before. He sometimes likes to warm them up on their own, and she's actually out there galloping, kind of warming up on her own without a pony. He's been on her 11 times, Aaron, 6 wins, 4 seconds. The only time she was off the board, it was the Just a Game last year when Althea and Summer Romance were terrorizing everybody, and she got destroyed at the break. So there's so many reasons. You'd have to make such a giant case against Regal Glory other than her price to play against her here. Yeah,
no doubt about it. Like I said, when these fields came out, she just jumped off the page to me, strongest opinion, just the strongest opinion on the card. And again, it's, the way we played the bankroll, this is how we have it set up. It isn't perfect. We wanted Defy to win that last race, but we're here and we can make a nice cash here with Regal Glory. So it's set up, nothing in racing seems to go perfect, but set up her, in a really good spot for us. And hopefully she just runs a race. The reason I liked her, another reason I should say that I liked her, is just really versatile horse. If she's out on the front, it's okay. She can go to wire. If she's sitting second or third, that's all right. If she's mid-pack, I still think she's all right. So just got to go out there and run a race and prove that she's the best horse in here. And, if she doesn't, you just shrug your shoulders. But, you got to play through the horses that you like the best on the card.
Yeah. Well, 2 minutes to post here. What do we got? Oh, what did Miranda say? So it was Summer in Saratoga got best turned out. Okay.
Yeah. By the way, I know who Sydney's horse is. I think she spilled the beans on Blinkers Off, maybe. Or,
all right.
One of the two. I think I know who you're thinking. I'm gonna.
It'd be the Pegasus turf, right?
Yep. Yeah. I'm not saying it out loud. I'm just holding up the fingers. I think that's who she likes. So. We'll see. Hey,
Uh,
if that's the case, Sydney, we like that horse too. So that would be all right.
okay, that makes me feel better then. That's
Oh
good.
yeah, yeah.
Cindy and Nick Feldman. Whenever Nick Feldman gets in the chat and is like, "I love this horse," and it's one that I considered and then didn't use, I'm like, "Oh crap!"
Yeah,
I'm
I
in
believe
trouble.
Nick Feldman was in our chat as well, and I think he mentioned the horse as well, if I'm not mistaken.
So what you're saying is this is the send it in push on the Pegasus turf.
Well, I mean, what I'm saying is, if the horse is 20-1 morning line and everybody likes it, will we get 8-1? That's my only worry, but I do think this horse is coming in pretty well. But like I said, if Sydney's not going to talk about it, we're not going to talk about it until we get to the 11th race. Keep people watching.
0 minutes
You
to
have
post.
something to keep them magic.
0 minutes to post. Regal Glory 3-5. She just the internet money is coming in on her and not somebody else. Oof.
It's and the other thing is, it's a sequence that, boy, there's a lot of chances past this horse. So I think everybody's just like, yeah, we just got to get this horse home. Yeah, and Tom, that's right, you were there. That's right, you guessed 8-1 on this horse that we all believe Sydney's talking about. And yeah, I think we countered with 12-1, and I think we thought Space Traveler would be 8-1. So yeah, I remember that conversation now as well, Tom. And we'll see what happens there. The interesting thing about that race, what kind of money do the two favorites, the two Pletchers, take? Because everybody's thinking the 12 from way outside, they're off of them, and then the 6. I could see it going either way. I'm shaky with the 6. I'm talking about Colonel Liam, but
Yeah.
the horse, if there's the words out that he's right, he's going to get bet. So then that'll affect the odds of the horses we like in that race. So obviously,
I would. I used Never Surprised, the Pletcher that you're talking about. That was the outside one. I used him. I think after what we saw Aban do in the McKnight, which was actually sit off horses and pass and power home, you could, if he gets that kind of a trip, that horse has got a crazy amount of talent. I think he just is another one that, like Aban, looks like he needs the lead.
I think he needs it more than a Bond, because a Bond is an older horse, more experienced, Never Surprised, but a newly turned 4-year-old. So I really expect that horse to be gunned out of the gate and save that ground. My thing with him, I thought he needed a perfect trip to win, and I don't know that he gets it from there. He may get out to the lead, but he has to go a little too quick to get it. And that might cook him late. But listen, that race is wide open. We'll have plenty of time to talk about it. It's going to be a hell of a race. This one, I think I'm the only one that's singled up here to the 4. So everybody in our chat is not. It feels like so.
Well, I'm singled up with you because I played the live bankroll articles. Because other than the Preakness, where you just kept getting second-itis, every guy that you've done this for has turned a profit. And it's always like in the back half where, like, usually the last few races we get really hot. So if we can start that off with this pick 3 with Regal Glory. I know I didn't use it on my Magic Mike Show ticket, but listen, I trust Aaron and Jared. So they're the ones that built this company from the ground up, not me.
Well, as far as I lost my train of thought there with that nice compliment you gave me. No, as far as the live bankroll, yeah, you're right. The only one that didn't make money was the not the Pegasus, the Preakness, like you said, but it still only lost like $12. So we've done really, really well with these. And if Regal Glory wins here, we could still lose some, but we're in real good shape going into the last 3 races. So a lot hinges on this. Yeah, right there, Magic?
Yeah, no, I was stretching it. Just
okay.
Still trying to calm down. I just get all I woke up this morning. I was like, it's Pegasus Day, it's Pegasus Day, it's Pegasus Day. So,
dude, I've been up since 5, and I don't think I blinked the whole time. I've just been pumped. I'm starting to fade though. We need a winner.
That's true. We need this one. Otherwise, this high life, I'm going to run out, and then I really do have to go to that bourbon bottle. 3-5, they're hitting the grass course. Regal Glory looking fantastic. Acacia Courtney, I was listening with one year, was talking about how strong warm up and how she's just radiating. So Acacia is one of those people who she's a horsewoman. She knows what a horse that's ready to run is going to look like. So it sounds like all systems go on Regal Glory here, at least for us. Sylvain's got, okay. Finally, someone is at least using Regal Glory here. Sylvain's going 40, but at least Sylvain's also got Regal Glory.
Oh, boy. Yeah, he went 4 deep, though. It's not like he's real confident. Listen, again, I've said it 100 times. It's just you and I. I got to repeat myself some, right?
Right.
When you got your strongest opinion, you just got to play through them. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. So, they're loading into the gate. We talked about Secret Oath just a minute ago. We'll mention her again, though, after this race because I'm excited.
Yeah, I was going to say, let's bring it back to that one because we'll still have a little bit of time to kill.
Yep.
Yeah. We might talk about that a little bit there.
Yes, we may. I may have said that. So, all right, boys and girls.
Who's the jockey cam we got here?
I don't know.
Is that Jose? They had it on Always Shopping, which I thought was cool. Celeste Mrs. Magic was watching that race with me, and as soon as they switched to the jockey cam in the race, she went, ooh! So I'm like, do this. You will get casual fans to watch more.
Yeah, no doubt. But I don't think the casual fan's going to find it on Twin Spires is the problem.
Not what you want to see for Regal Glory there.
Nope.
Oh my God, second to last going into the turn.
Glory is second to last. Well, it's been a fun day. I'll probably leave after this.
Where's that bourbon bottle?
Heather, the bourbon, please. No.
Oh man, that hurts. So all right, so we got Alms out to a lead. She beat Shifty She for it, so we'll see if that hurts Shifty She's chances at all. She was set a really big pace. What was it? The Swanee River last out, and the winner of that, Sweet Melania, sitting 5th, got a decent stalking position. Regal Glory's moved up, so she's at least engaged the field. We're on Jose Ortiz with the GoPro. She's gonna have to go. Ooh, you see that path that she has to try and go through.
Unfortunately,
he's already moving her too. He's moving her.
She's going to have to be way the best, and I'm not sure she's way the best. That's the scary thing.
Can she get past Sweet Melania here? If Sweet Melania, if Saez can keep Regal Glory back through this turn, I don't know that she can.
He hasn't asked Glory to move a muscle.
Man, look at her go. She's going to be 6 wide, but
oh boy, this is
come on. Let's go, Regal. Let's go, Regal. Oh, boy, Jose's confident. Look at him. Come on, girl. Get up there. Get up there. Get up there. Yes. 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 Holy shit. Holy shit.
He was much the best. And he rode the horse like she was much the best.
So, a couple of quick comments. Since Jared's not here, I'll do this for him. I only caught a few minutes of blinkers off when you guys were covering the Pegasus stuff, and we talked about this race, and I was making fun of you guys for using Regal Glory, and Sweet Melania was my pick, and you offered, let's do a head-to-head match. Not only did Regal Glory win, do you want to guess where Sweet Melania, I think, finished?
I saw them moving together, and then I just locked on Regal Glory, and I just watched the hands of Ortiz, and I thought I will really enjoy the stretch because it's over. No, I didn't see where she finished.
I think she just crossed the wire. As soon as Regal Glory started to pass her and cut down, Sweet Melania, like all 4 feet in the ground, just said, nope, she was last. So congratulations, you and Jared. You did it again.
Well, congratulations to you. You played all the picks. So, listen, I was scared to death. And even when she was coming, she came with a really nice, easy, without being asked to run, but still, like you said, she's fanned out so wide. And then, like I said, when you got into the bridle a little bit, that race was over. She just pulled away. Great performance. 4-5 ended up what we get it on her, and like I said, cashed the big pick 3. So you breathe easy after that one. Even if you miss everything else, which I certainly don't think we're going to, but even if you do, it's not going to be an awful day. So yeah, that's like I said, you game plan, you play everything around your strongest opinion. If that strongest opinion wins, you're in good shape, and it worked out. So yeah, I'm thrilled.
And Alex, we talked about how we didn't have anybody else singling Regal Glory. Alex singled Regal Glory to start a $10 pick 4. Let's get this home. He went 4 here. Your single 2 is that who's the 8 horse? Speaker's Corner. That's a great single next race. You're going shallow in the Pegasus turf, and then Single to Life is good. You're going to get that for 20 times. Alex, I love that. That is playing strong opinions there. That's a good ticket.
The 1-2. That's
a little nerve-wracking there.
I mean, obviously you got 2 singles, you got to get home. But that 1-2 is what's going to make that thing explode. I got single number 1 here, and I like your other 2 singles. So
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. 1-2 actually I was 2-1 in that race, and like splitting it by a hair. So that's Space Traveler and a Tony's using. So 12-1, 20-1, and then singling of the favorites. Otherwise, that's gonna pay. So Alex, I'm with you. Let's see if we can get that one home.
That would be great. Boy, Magic, I'm so glad that horse won, or I would not have been able to relax the last 3 races. Now we still got work to do, but I can enjoy everybody's company for the next couple of races.
I was gonna say we can enjoy talking about Secret Oath, and we'll be happy about it instead of going, yeah, I mean, Lucas probably got a good one here, right? I wish we'd better. Whatever.
Well, first of all, there's no bigger fan of Dwayne Lucas than this guy right here. I'm such a huge fan of him. I grew up going to Oaklawn Park. It's where I cut my teeth in the game. And as Magic leaves me, and as an Oaklawn guy, just a huge fan of Lucas. And his horses are always just beautiful as they come in the paddock. Just a really good horseman, in my opinion. And I'm absolutely thrilled for Secret Oath. He's got such a nice horse here. Listen, this horse has just dominated 2 in a row. And you made the comment, Lucas may start getting Derby fever. That's the race he wants to win. With Kentucky Oaks would be great. And I'm sure, maybe that's where the horse ends up. But the Rebel is February 26th. I would not be shocked to see Secret Oath in the Rebel. So very, very excited. And the other thing, Absent-Minded, the dam of this horse, if you're an Oaklawn goer, a local, I'll call her a legend, in my eyes, a legend. Just an incredibly fun horse to watch. She never really could win the big one at Oaklawn when the big fillies and mares would come in. She'd win those little races every year and look really good. So I love Secret Oath. And of course, by Arrogant, another kind of a cool story there for that horse. So yeah, I'm definitely pumped to see what Secret Oath can do.
Sorry, it's lunchtime for me, and I didn't want to eat on camera. So
it's great. Listen, you kick it to me, and you can disappear when we talk about Lucas horses. So
I mean, I've got nothing to add other than admiration. So yeah, I've got a plate of nachos sitting over here. I'm going to be munching on. Listen, you talked about Secret Oath. If you guys don't know, at our YouTube channel, Aaron and I do race of the day for Oaklawn. The entire meet, we're doing it. If it turns out well, which it has been so far, we'll carry it to like Belmont, Saratoga, Del Mar. Aaron's been killing it, like absolutely killing it with these things, especially price horses. He gave out Secret Oath in her race before when she just dominated Oaklawn. So there, if you guys want to keep, playing Oaklawn, go there and watch it. It take you 3 minutes, Aaron, 2-3 minutes. We do the videos, you run through, you give a top pick and an odds horse. One of them almost always wins the race. So it's a great job, and Secret Oath has been one that you've been on for a long time. So that also, for me, added to the excitement of seeing her. It's like, man, Aaron was on her early, so good. And also, Dr. Miranda on the preview for the Kentucky Oaks, or for the YouTube site, this was also her topic. So congrats to her too.
Yeah, and I think, I watched Dr. Miranda's video. Great to have you back, by the way, Miranda.
Mm-hmm.
I really missed you. It was very cute seeing your baby there with you.
Yeah.
I watched it, and she didn't say it, but I think she kind of felt like me. It's like, I don't know about this Lucas horse. Like, him as a favorite, I'm not sure, but damn, she looks good. And that's where I landed too. It's just like, horse just looks too good. Just looks too damn good. So, yeah, good effort. Exciting, really exciting. And yeah, where was that comment? Right here, Gridiron King said, Secret Oath worked 45 breezing, 4 furlongs. That's the fastest work I've ever seen. The Oaklawn surface does not play very fast. So yeah, it definitely stood out. And like I said, I was watching the post parade. She just looked bigger than the rest of the horses too. She looked a lot like her mom, just a really well put together horse. So I'm excited. It's early, but let's not forget when he had Take Charge Brandy, he was thinking about running Take Charge Brandy in the Rebel versus American Pharaoh that year. Okay, so secret oath. He's going to analyze the Southwest, and if there's not much that happens, I think she'll be in the Rebel. That's just my prediction.
Jared wants to know if Wakanaka finished yet.
Well, look, I mean,
pull that down off the screen.
I mean, it's not nice to say that, but I will say again,
you got the winner.
Well, when the horse didn't take money is when I was like, okay, maybe not. So here I can move on.
It also, I mean, with a 12-1 morning line, you were taking a shot at her. And Bill Mott is not an aggressive trainer. He wouldn't throw. I know it was a grade 3, but it was a Pegasus race. So you don't just throw a horse in off a layoff from Italy from April unless you think the horse has got potential. So watch where she goes. I'm sure she'll show up in New York, and she's bound to pop in one of these races now.
Yeah.
How are we doing on time-wise for the other
tracks? Congrats on your 4 to 5.
Wow.
Boy. See, here's the deal. Jared's mean, and I'm nice. Hey, Miranda, it's good to you're back. Baby, it's awesome. Miranda, Jared goes, where'd the 2 finish? Anybody know?
So much salt. I don't think I need these nachos anymore. All right, where are we going? We got 21 minutes till to the Fred Hooper Stakes here. We're also watching Oaklawn. They're sitting on. No, we're still away from that. Oh, that's at 4 o'clock for you?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're still a ways out for that one. All right. Let's talk about this. Sylvain brought this up. What do you think Naira will do with Baffert now that the hearing is over? So if you don't know, the hearing is officially over. The judge who was mediating it reviews everybody's case, and he can take as long as he needs. And then he makes a recommendation to a panel. And then the panel has a week to review that. But then during that week, the lawyers can they can send more information. So they can look at what the judge said. And if they think it's wrong, they're like, well, no, here's more information. So then that panel gets a week. So we're still a long ways away from we could actually have the Kentucky Derby before this is resolved in New York.
Yeah. A question of what do you think's going to happen? I mean, I hate to answer like this, but your guess is really just as good as mine. And now that the legal process is involved in it and everything that goes on with that, if you're wanting an answer quick, it just ain't gonna happen.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. So I hate it. I wish it wasn't like this, but it is. So I don't know. I hate to answer like that. I really don't know. I still think that probably. Just because I've seen him get away with it so much, I think that's kind of what will happen. I don't think much will come of it in the end.
I'm holding out hope. It's not much, but I'm holding it.
Well, I get it.
This was bigger news. Tom Brady retires, which Aaron and I, we were about to go live, and Aaron goes, oh my God, Tom Brady retired. And I was like, oh, and I ran to Google it. And apparently this was news yesterday that he was considering it. So we were both surprised by it, But Tom Brady retires. I think maybe that's why Jared had to go to the urgent care. I think he's pretending he's sick, but he actually hurt himself celebrating that he never has to worry about facing Tom Brady and that stupid smug look on his face.
Oh, that could be. That definitely could be. Yeah, he definitely has got to be relieved. That's the one guy that, and it's unfortunate. And Mahomes only played him a couple of times, but he got beat both times they played him. So. Yeah, that's the one guy that was kind of the thorn in his side, so to speak, even though it's not really fair. But it's it would have been shocking if you would have said this 3 weeks ago, but it definitely looked like it was heading towards this direction. I think I kind of speculated it with Papa Dude on the sports show. A little bit of just it felt like that was kind of cracking all year long there in Tampa Bay. It just felt like there were problems. I know Antonio Brown is kind of crazy, but a guy doesn't just do that, right? So there's issues that were happening. But it's crazy. The guy threw for over 5,000 yards. So still can play the game.
His devotion to his body, I think that was kind of sparked a revolution with athletes and how they take care of themselves, because he was the first one to really be public with all the weird shit that he was doing, weird in the sense that nobody else was doing it. Just to keep his body in such pristine condition. And His goal, how old is he? Because his goal originally was to play to 45. Was he 43?
I think he's 44, isn't he?
He's 44. Man, he could have made it one more year.
Yeah, close.
Oh, wow.
Tom Brady.
Listen, he's going to go retire, and he's going to spend the rest of his life on beaches with Gisele Bündchen. Like,
Wakanaka 6th, the answer to the question, by the
way. Bringing it back to that. Kevin says Aaron Rodgers.
There's a photo on the screen.
Oh, I thought the results finally came up, and you were like, "Hey, they finally."
No, photo for 5th.
What do you think about this? Kevin think Aaron Rodgers could go to Tampa. I've thought actually since before the playoffs started, I told Somich I thought he was going to go to Denver. So I'm going to stand by that. But you follow this a lot closer than I do. Does Aaron Rodgers go to Tampa?
Another one. He's very unpredictable. He's come out and said he has a much better relationship with the GM at Green Bay now. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of the point where it's like, what are we going to do in Green Bay different than we haven't done in the last few years, right? I don't know. So he may just think, hey, it's time to move on, try something different. I think that would make a lot of sense. I'm with you. Denver is a place that just feels like like they're ready to be pretty good. Like this is a team that was, I mean, not that Tampa isn't the team, that made the playoffs and we're a contender again, but Denver, they're winning 8 and 9 games with Teddy Bridgewater. I think if Russell Wilson or Aaron Rodgers went there, I think Denver would be really, really good.
Denver seems like they have a lot of pieces in place. Didn't Denver hire their head coach? Didn't they take him from Green Bay?
I don't know the answer to that question.
Or did they not make a decision?
I didn't know that they hired somebody.
Yeah, he was the Packers offensive coordinator, Nathaniel Hackett.
Okay.
So
okay.
You got that kind of leading towards it too. If he had an OC, and Aaron Rodgers is notoriously difficult in terms of, he's very specific with picking who he's coordinated by. So I think that that could be a determining factor there too. So there's like a 15-second delay, and I love this in the chat. Everybody comes up with the answer, but it's like to them they were answering right live there. But Sylvain says maybe possibly the Steelers. They made the playoffs with the corpse of Ben Roethlisberger under center. Cindy says Miami could be an option. Music to Mike Somich's ears. I think he'd love that.
I watched as you were talking there. Not that I wasn't paying attention, but I wasn't. But as you were talking there, I was watching the replay of the Pegasus Philly Turf, and I was specifically watching Wakanaka, the 2-horse. Class drop, just a little class drop. Maybe listed stakes.
Yeah.
Checking out in the United States. A little bit better draw that gets her to the outside. I think she's going to be all right. She ran on pretty decent down the lane. I was tucked inside the whole race and just kind of got outran by some horses that were a little better than her. But I think she'll win one, before this thing's over this year, which I guess that's saying a lot. I think she'll win something decent is what I should say.
No, yeah, no, that's great. That's what I was kind of leaning with Mott showing the aggressiveness to put her in this spot. First time he's ever had her, knowing Sweet Melania, Regal Glory are going to be in here. So, man, God, Regal Glory, it just reminds me, just thought again about how she just so wide, the whole race just sitting there panicking, and not Jose didn't panic.
Again, I'm rewatching it. They're replaying it again, and boy, she was very wide on that last turn. And and again, like you said, you really pointed it out. I was too nervous to see it, but Jose was like, oh yeah, we have this. He was never worried. And, that takes a lot of guts and a lot of confidence for a jock to be that wide and not even asking yet. And it's like, okay, yeah, he knew. And she just
12 mounts, 7 wins, 4 seconds for Jose Ortiz on that filly. Yeah, so that goes with the confidence. You got to know your horse as well as you know yourself to be able to have that confidence, and he did. So damn impressive. 13 minutes to post. Let's go back to Fred Pooper here. Okay. Fearless 6-5 favorite for Todd Pletcher. Luis Saez on the rail. The horse that, if there's not a horse named Life is Good in the Pegasus, is probably in the Pegasus, because really impressive winner of the Harlan's Holiday. Shows up to go in, you would think could go 2 turns, but he cuts back to a 1-turn mile where he lost at this setup 2 races back. That was a prep for bigger things, but the guide is really big on the 8 Speaker's Corner, holding steady at his 2-1 morning line, so we're getting a good price. Liam was a horse I love here. The other Pletcher, he's 5-1 still holding on that morning line. What are you thinking at this one?
Well, I just think if Speaker's Corner shows up he's a little faster than the rest of them. He's had trouble at times really showing himself, but I think if he shows up, I think he's a little faster than Fearless. I'm a little worried about Liam. I don't know that we've seen the best out of Liam yet. Really had a nice win last time out. This Speaker's Corner's horse, you draw a line through the Pennsylvania Derby, just wasn't good in that race. Came out of that, ran a really nice race. And I'm going to tell you something. Miles D beat him last time out. That's a really nice horse, Miles D. This horse was third in the Travers behind two really good top flight 3-year-olds. You look at this first time against, these kind of older horses for Speaker's Corner. Maybe that's a concern, but it's kind of a decent field to be taking. I have respect for Fearless, but I don't think he's like a top-notch type, right? I think if Speaker Corner runs his best race, I think he wins. And his best race that I saw him was at Saratoga when he ran around one turn. So I think the one-turn mile might hit Speaker's Corner right in the face. He's one, if he would have been in the Pegasus, I would have thought about, using him in the second, third, fourth spot. So I like him. I like the price of 2-1. I kind of figured that Fearless would be the favorite. He certainly can win. I'm going to take a shot with Speaker's Corner. Kevin
O in the chat saying he's singled. Yeah, a lot of us are really loving this. We definitely need this horse for the live bankroll article from the wagering guide. So if you're playing that one, we got a $50 win bet going on Speaker's Corner. To your point, Aaron, you mentioned if he was in the Pegasus, you would look at a second and third slot for him. There actually is a Bilmont trained Godolphin-owned horse, or formerly, I don't know, is Endorse still with him? That is in that race. They kind of fits the same mentality there. Dennis's moment is here. I don't know what was crazier, that he's here, that he was 9-2 on the morning line. 12-1 seems like a lot more fitting for this horse. I guess we're not too surprised that he's here because it's Dale Romans and he never saw stakes he didn't think he could win. But I just, I don't know. This feels like such a bad spot for this horse. Is he sitting on an upset, and he's gonna make us all look like idiots?
I mean, if he does, you just throw up your hands, right? I mean, I could never support him in a race like this. There's nothing that says he can win. You get your price if you like him. I mean, 12-1. Again, I'm not going to talk anybody out of the 12-1, but I just didn't see any way he could win. And, that's just, like, I have to be honest. Like, I know that if you have him, you might be saying, well, what an ass. Well, I have to be honest. I didn't see any way he win. I agree. I don't think it's a worse spot for him. I don't really know where you put him. Maybe you could have found an easier stake somewhere, but it's a race going one turn at Gulfstream. These horses aren't like great. Yeah, it's not a terrible spot for him. I just don't think he's good enough.
Endorsed formerly with Mott and Godolphin, now he's with Mike Maker. I don't know if he wins. I'm with you. I guess what you said, Aaron, at the start is best. If he wins, you just throw up your hands. There's no way he was going to get to it. Tell me about Liam a little bit, because this is a horse that coming into his prep off of the long layoff had never raced for Pletcher. On Magic Mike, Mike Somich laughed at me. I said he's going to win this and he's going to go to the Hooper, and he was my pick even at that point to probably win the Hooper. Everything's gone right so far, and he's holding at 5-1. I get Fearless, classier, right? But does Liam present a really significant challenge here?
Yeah, it's kind of like Wakanaka last race. That's the one I'm scared of a little bit. Not that I'm not scared of Fearless, I am, but the Liam presents we don't really know how good, like what his ceiling is. I know what Fearless's ceiling is. We know what he is. And that still might be good enough to win, but I'm not quite sure it is. With Liam, we could see the horse jump up and really run well. He ran off a long layoff last time out at Gulfstream. It was a much weaker race. He looked great, and he wasn't really asked. Now, here's the deal. You look at his price, 5-1. There really aren't any secrets on that Pletcher barn at Gulfstream. People know who's working well, who's not, who he thinks highly of. At 5-1, that's not a great sign. If this horse was being bet harder, I would be a little more worried. They're betting Fearless pretty hard, and so that's the one I think the word's kind of out. They think that one's the one to beat today. So, listen, we tried to beat Brad Cox in a race a couple back. That didn't work out. Now we're trying to beat Todd Pletcher. Maybe it works out, maybe it doesn't. But I am a little worried about Liam, but I'm encouraged that the horse isn't getting bet.
Well, a race that he could also be, not that he called the Hooper in the middle of the Pegasus race is a prep race, but the Gulfstream Park Mile is next month, and that's a grade 2. that's going to look nicer for him trying to get a stallion deal because he's 5-year-old, lightly raced, but very, very nice credentials and very nice breeding pedigrees wise. So they could be looking at the Gulfstream Park Mile with him. You brought up a great point that I didn't think about. You've got two Pletchers, and one is getting bet very well, and one is holding steady. So listen, maybe Liam, I love you, buddy. Maybe you redeem yourself for me in the Gulfstream Park Mile next time.
No, and it's not like Liam has got muddied up form, right? Like he had a blowout win. So there was a setup that, he could take some money here.
We got 7 minutes to post. There's really not much more to talk about this. Sylvain, you've been great in the chat for a long time. Let's help you. Race 7 coming up at Oaklawn. Let's switch over there, Aaron. Okay. We got 3 minutes to post. This is going to kick off the late pick 5. Maiden special weight 6 furlongs. Steve Asmussen's in here with favorite outlaw. That's your 6-5 favorite right now. So what do you think about this, and who do you want to try and pick as a winner?
I was between the 2 and the 5. I thought it was a 2-horse race. I debated about these, for a while here. Here's the deal. It's 2 favorites, number 1, and it's Asmussen Cox. So a lot of times you do run into that situation at Oaklawn in these special weights where it's like, man, these are powerful barns. It's going to be tough to beat them. Right now you are getting the better price on the 2. So that is good news. If you like the 2, I think, obviously that's good news. Reason why I picked the horse, I just think we're going to see some improvement. They come out of the same race. The 2 was ahead and faded, and the 5, apprehend the horse that beat him, and then the 5 barely kind of noses out the 2 for second. So I don't know. I just think the 2 kind of has the pace advantage, gets to the rail, breaks hard, gets Johnny Velasquez aboard today. I thought that was another good sign. I thought we'll take a shot here. I think he'll be the higher priced one, and he is. So it's a toss-up between these 2. I think both these horses are pretty decent. So I am looking forward to this one. I'm glad you brought it up. We'll definitely watch that one now.
Keep an eye on it. Yeah, and if you guys are, if you're just joining us or recently, we're going to be covering the last 3 races here at Gulfstream now, but we've also got Oaklawn coverage, Santa Anita coverage. I, for one, am very excited about the San Vicente Stakes, so we'll be covering that. But that starts in almost an hour is when all the action happens in a very tight span. So right now, Aaron and I are still getting our feet wet, trying to still work into this because once we get going, buddy, it's cooking with gas.
I have news from Jared. He tested negative for COVID again, so highly likely it is not COVID. Let's see. Should I just read the whole text?
Might as well, yeah.
Let's see. Given symptoms, it's just a nasty virus mimicking COVID. They've seen it a lot. Blah blah blah. There's not highly contagious. He said that's why the boys had it too. So. Will not go away on his own, needs artificial eye drop or whatever treatment. That's it. So he seems to be okay.
That is great news. Does that mean I can make more jokes about him?
Yes.
That's what I heard. Okay. Awesome. I've been sitting on like 18 of them over here. So Brees says the flu Rona. Brees brought it up before, and I know that the King Cotton's still a ways down. It's race 10 at Oaklawn, but she's asking about Collusion Illusion. It's a horse that I also have a small piece of through my racehorse. They shipped him here to Oaklawn because he could get LASIX, and they really thought that would help him a lot. But his form has fallen off in his first time outside of California. What do you think of Collusion Illusion's chances?
Yeah, I think it's just going to be tough. I think he's got a shot, but it's going to be tough because, Nashville and Hollis ran so well over the track last time out. Hollis set a track record. So when you're watching that live, you're like, damn, Nashville's just kind of done. And then you watch and it's like, or you see the news and of the track record, and you're like, well, shit, no wonder he got beat like that. So I just think it's a tough spot, probably a tougher spot than what they thought. Magic made the comment, though, he gets LASIX back, and they've kind of made the decision that he needs LASIX to be at his best. So that is the good news for him. I think he can bounce back. He fits in from a class standpoint with these horses in that race. So
just a matter of will he handle the travel and how he's going to do. So all right, they're going to the gate at Oaklawn. We're still holding 7-5 on your 5-horse there, 2-1 on Instalito, the Bragg Cox. Let's see. See, everybody, if you're watching, if you're playing Oaklawn, let us know who you got in this race. We'll cheer home for you.
Alex Berg said Baffert is trying to take Jared out.
Add it to the. We'll call Hank Greenberg. We'll add it to the charges that Naira can throw at him.
I like it. Swing Swift ran really well. Dug in.
Oh, yeah, well.
And Maiden Focus says Celestial Glaze, entered tomorrow, and they've been working out together. So that's good. Good.
Put main focus better. This is a hype out. This is my friend Walt, who follows workouts closely, especially with 2-year-olds at Saratoga. He's really great with those horses and trying to figure out who's working secretly, kind of going to pop. So if you guys are looking for someone to follow on Twitter, he's a good one. He sends me some good tips sometimes, including that. I didn't get a chance to reply to him yet, so I'm glad to see him here. He was talking about swing shift, by the way, slightly outworked Mo Donegal. So if you like Mo Donegal coming up in the Holy Bull, you saw what swing shift did there. All right, they're off at Oaklawn.
Yeah, the 5
right to the lead.
2, so that's probably not good news. Oh, now they're going out there. There goes the 2. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, 2's the favorite now, 6-5.
Holy cow. All the late.
There's a lot of late. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'd heard some good things about this 2 horse before that debut. And like I said, ran well. Just maybe got a little tired. Looks good right now, but the 5's right there with them. So
Brad Cox loves those Indian Charlie mare offspring. Natoli was by an Indian Charlie too. And Martime? No, Martime's by actually, she's by Leslie Lady, who just died, didn't she? That was pretty sad. Anyways, horse racing.
Last down. Well, it's setting up just like it did last time. Let's see if the 2 has anything to battle back.
2 gonna have some fight this time.
Nope. 5 with ease.
Bye-bye.
The 2 just spit the bit hard. We're gonna have a 5.
My God, yeah.
And the 10's gonna get second. Looks like 2 maybe get third. Good race from
horse. There you go. Sylvain starting out strong with the $10 pick 3. There you go.
All right. Back. What do we got? 3 minutes left now. Man, this is flying by.
All right. 8 minutes. It's nice that that you guys are asking about Oaklawn, because I don't know how much more I could have talked about this. About stupid Fred Hoop. Not stupid race. It's just like there's, you've got 7, 8 dirt horses here, and 3 of them 2.5 have a shot.
Well, here's the good news. You got 2 minutes of this race, and then we've got the massive Pegasus World Cup turf, which will be crazy. We can talk about that for 30 minutes. And then you got the big swing of races. So there's no time filling left, Magic. You better get your big boy pants on now.
I can't. You can't bet on Joel Rosario's pants till the race is going.
That's right.
Call back if you guys. So there's a lot more of you watching now, which is great. Thank you so much. That we were talking about I think for charity, you can auction you can bid on the hat that Brad Cox wears as they walk Nick's Go over. It's just his normal BHC, the normal blue hat he always wears. And then you can also bid on the pants that Joel Rosario is going to wear on Nick's Go. It's going to charity, which is great. I'm sure somebody wants that. But I told that to Mrs. Magic. She's like, who do you think just has pants just like on the back wall? Like, what is that? Like, hey, here's a big display of pants as a trophy case. I don't know. That's kind of
like I said, I wouldn't be caught dead bidding on a pair of jockey pants. They're worthless to me. And that's not an offense to jockey. Just what the hell am I going to do with pants? I'm not hanging them on the wall. I'm not going to wear them. What am I going to do with them?
I told her, she was like, well, you'd want the silks, right? Thinking jersey. And I was like, no, saddlecloth. That's where the money's at.
Okay, if you got silks, that's a little better to hang up.
At least prettier to look at instead of, white shit stain. You got shit stains in the middle because when Life is Good crossed over on Joel Rosario, he, oh, there we go. So that actually would be worth buying, and that was the case.
You and Alex Bird said at the same time. Will those pants be worth more or less after he shits them when Life is Good goes by?
Alex Berg might be related to Alec Berg, who is an extremely funny writer out here. He was a writer for Seinfeld for years. Every time I see his name pop up, I keep thinking it's Alec Berg. So
that's
could be his son. All right, 0 minutes to post. Finally getting to the gate. Okay, let's say I want to play Speaker's Corner and single him on top in an exact trifecta. Who do you want to use price-wise underneath, Aaron?
Somebody brought it up. I'm sorry. I was going to get to it, and I forgot. Officiating, the 4-horse. Somebody brought it up a little bit earlier in the chat. What about officiating? Ran pretty well at Gulfstream. I agree, and I think this horse does have a shot. I guess not worry. It's just I think now we're up against a little bit better competition. But, when you see 3 really good horses in a race, usually what happens is 1 or 2 of them show up, and then you get a long shot underneath. So I think officiating is the one that can upset, I love 21-1. I'll take officiating at 21-1 over a Genesis Moment at 13-1.
This was my Magic Mike Show ticket, which lost because I didn't trust you guys in Regal Glory. Officiating was on my ticket because I thought if there's one horse that's going to just bomb this up, it's going to be that horse. And it's Safi Gaffleone's riding. The breeding is there. The horse is in form. All good signs. It's just you've got not one. You have two solid horses that are definite, legitimate greatest stakes champions. And you've got Liam who's trying to put his name in that spot. So if it was two or one of those, I'd say he's got a better shot. But all three of them to beat, that's tough.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be tough to do. And by the way, Speaker's Corner is now 6-5. So that is
internet money.
I mean, I guess it's a good sign the late money's come in on him, but it's not at all what we wanted for our win bet. I thought he'd be like 8-5, 9-5. So that's a little disheartening. Sitting here thinking, yeah, we'll try to beat Fearless, who I think is going to be. Well, I said earlier, I think he would have got that down to like 6-5. Fearless now the second choice at 8-5. So, not exactly what you wanted, as far as the payout, but
yeah,
what are you going to do? Now, so.
I see that Walt's talking about the pace for the Pegasus, and we can touch on that when we get to it, but that kind of sparks an idea as they still take their time getting to the gate. Pace setup here. We bet Speaker's Corner. So what do you want to see from him and from a pace setup when they get out of the gate?
Just, he's drawn outside of everybody but one horse. And I just want him to, obviously you want him to break well. You don't want him really on the lead. You just kind of want him within range. I would want to have him like second, third, just sitting right off. Maybe Liam. You never know what Dennis's Moment's going to do. But yeah, sitting right off Liam, kind of sitting in that second spot. I think that would be perfect. I don't really necessarily want to see him right up there on the lead trying to go gate to wire, but up in a forward spot for sure. And he's got the perfect post to kind of be able to do that, right? And so if Liam's the one that's going to go and he's going way too fast, well, we can just sit kind of off of him, and if Liam doesn't break well or something happens, then Speaker's Corner could be out in the lead, but he needs to be forwardly placed here. His last race going one turn was August 14th, the allowance race at Saratoga, going 7 furlongs. He sat in about third. So
I will slightly correct you. Actually, that Belmont race was one turn going a mile 16.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. Yep.
Because Belmont, you can go 3 miles and it's just one turn.
Yep, you're right. My bad.
No, but that race. It looks like a slower pace setup than what the Saratoga one was, and I think the Saratoga pace setup more akin to what we'll see, which I think is where you're going with that.
All right, they're all in.
Let's do it. Good luck to everybody.
Okay, looks like everybody broke fairly well.
It's always funny when they do that shot and you can see the dirt kicking up because it reminds me of like when a jet ski takes off in the water and you just see that big tail of water come out from behind. It's kind of like the same. Boy, he's right where you were talking about. That 9-horse Girolamo's attack pressing him, but he's right up front.
I'm surprised Girolamo's attack is up there that far. I wonder if there you go. Well, Speaker's Corner going to take the lead. So as you say that.
He can handle that. I'm surprised Liam's not going to engage him more and is going to let him actually cross over because for Fearless's sake, you would want Speaker's Corner to get pressed by Liam if you're the Pletcher crew. Yeah,
right now, this is about 22 and that's fast.
That's very quick. But Speed has been Speed's been doing okay. Good Speed has held well at Gulfstream. He's slowed it down. Our
4 horse is the one that's really scary. Oh, the one is
Fearless. Fearless is ranging up big too.
Well, Speaker's Corner hasn't been asked. That's the good news.
Nope, and he's putting the 4 away. He just put the 4 away. That was a solid move to do that.
Well, it'll be 8 versus 1 as we come down to
Open him up. Open him up. Open him up. Come on. No, but this was my concern with Fearless is that stretch did he need 2 turns to catch? Get there. Get there. Get there.
Yeah, Fearless needed 2 turns. One turn race. Speaker's Corner just a little too good.
Boom. Boy, we should have been live earlier for the McKnight. I wish we'd had better luck, but otherwise we've been doing pretty good so far here.
Yeah, I'm ecstatic with that one. I mean, that horse ran really well. Like you said, I thought the key move when the 4 ranged up, he said, "No, you're not in my caliber," and then that was it. And yeah, I think Kevin O gets a single. Good job there. And
Yep.
yeah, oh, I'm sorry, Magic. Too much class. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
Too much
just
class.
my God. We've
Yeah.
talked about this horse so much on the Magic Mike show because we do all these pick 4 previews. And this horse, when he was a 2-year-old, when he broke his maiden at Belmont, if you look who he beat, I mean, Cattle River, Greatest Honor, both won Kentucky Derby prep races. This horse beat a lot of great horses, and just we never got to see him. But now that he's developing and coming along here, if you scratch out that Pennsylvania Derby race, this is a monster. And this horse is, you put him back against Miles D. I cannot wait for that showdown because Miles D is a solid dirt router, and oh boy, fun horses, Aaron, fun horses.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I agree, and basically it came down to him. Hopefully, like I said, it keeps going this way. Kind of exactly how we've laid out the last 2 races, as far as Gulfstream goes, is kind of how it worked out. And this was a situation. Hey, if Liam isn't a stud, well, he's better than the rest of them. And we knew what Fearless was. He put in the effort we thought he would. We just kind of thought Speaker's Corner was just a little bit better. And he was. And you made a great point. You said it in the stretch. Your stretch calls have been fantastic, by the way. You said in the stretch, oh, this is what I'm worried about. He can't get there 1 turn. And you were right. I think in a 2-turn race, that could have been different.
Jared Welch, Jared Clemens says, just blew my whole bankroll on the 7. I hope you're not talking about Genesis Moment.
You're not. I know he's lying.
Wait, is that Jared?
Well, I don't know.
No, I'm thinking of Jared. I'm thinking of Jared Black.
No, that's not Jared Black. Jared Clemens.
Because that would have been a Jared Black comment.
That would have been a Jared Black comment for sure. He's at the Jared Black's at the Arkansas game today. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think he lost. I haven't seen the score. So.
Listen, this is almost every year on Pegasus Day. Bill Mott's got one horse that makes you go, God damn. So I think that was his one right there with Alvarado.
I love that's perfectly said.
Let's just hope that he can sustain this better than Hidden Scroll.
Well, yeah, let's hope so.
Any final thoughts on this race? Fearless, fantastic effort. Probably needs to go back to 2 turns. Liam spit the bit pretty hard with Speaker's Corner. Do you keep Speaker's Corner at 1 turn, or do you try and go back to 2 turns?
He's pretty versatile. I think he's kind of deadly at 1 turn. I would look at the Met Mile. How you get there. There might be a race. There will be a race or 2 in between, or maybe you try to go 2 turns. But to me, I think the Met Mile makes sense as the long-term goal for this horse, just because this horse I think has that burst going the 1 turn that we don't see it quite as strongly when he goes 2 turns. So yeah, I'd work backwards from the Met. Look at me acting like Bill Mott. We'll work backwards from the Met Mile, get him a couple races, and get him there from there.
I mean, I talked about it with Liam, the Gulfstream Park Mile next month. That's a grade 2. That'll be what's that? The Fountain of Youth card.
Yep.
They usually put that with.
Yep.
So, that's the exact same setup, and he's not going to face Fearless probably in that role. Fearless won it last year, but a much easier field, if I remember right, that he faced last year. So,
yeah,
man, good effort there. Officiating held on for 3rd, but that was a well-beaten 3rd. I actually am impressed that he held 3rd because he just got punched in the face.
So, yeah, he definitely did. The thing with him, and that's kind of what we talked about, right? He was that type that would be there. So Liam didn't show up. Officiating was going to show up. He just needed more horses not to show up to win. And so he kept trying. So credit to him.
Aaron says he could go to Dubai World Cup. He's owned by Godolphin, so they definitely would love to send him there. He's got the speed. The thing with racing in Dubai, Aaron, you know this, is if you've got early speed and you clean out of a gate, you're going to win like 75% of the races there. So he could be at Dubai, which is 2 months, and that's great preparation. Ship him out there, let Riley get Bill Mott's son, get him situated, and oh boy, that could be fun.
It could be a lot of fun, Magic. It could be a lot of fun.
How
Real
many
quick,
retroactive points for Slim if he wins that race?
I'm glad you put that up, Dan. That's hilarious. I was going to put that back up. Yeah, poor Slim. Slim called this horse so early last year, and then he never got around to running when it mattered for our fantasy league. And now he looks to be the type of horse that Slim thought he was. And like you said, there's not many better trainers maybe of all time than Bill Mott. And Riley Mott is the next guy coming along, the assistant to Bill. If you don't like those guys, you just are a troll. I mean, they're good people, good trainers, always right by the horse. He's in great hands, and Mott will get him to the spots he needs to get, and he's exciting. I think Kevin O, you mentioned he wasn't walking out there. 22 and 44 and still held him off and held up a fearless horse again. We said he's not great, but he's solid. He's very solid, and to hold him off was impressive.
Let's move on. We've got, we're 24 minutes to the Pegasus World Cup turf, and then Oaklawn will be 18 minutes, 17 minutes to the start of the late pick for their allowance race. So, I don't know. Anybody, what do you want to talk about? We got a little bit of time to kill here.
I'll quickly mention, Jared and I talked, I'll mention the bankroll guide while we have a second. And this is not an advertisement, just kind of for people that are playing it, that are watching, and us as well. We're now guaranteed a profit. We are up $114.50 going into the last two races, and we have $106 tied up in the last two races. So we're guaranteed a profit. Now, we don't want to make $8.50 here, so we still have work to do. But it's nice to know we're guaranteed a profit. We're kind of playing with house money these last two races. And Jared and I talked about it at length when we put this together. Our goal was to get to the Pegasus World Cup and not have to win that race to make a profit on the day, and we've done it. So that feels good. That being said, we've got long shots here. This is the race that could pay the most. We've got 2 win bets on long prices, and we've got a big try in this 11th race. So there's still a lot more excitement. But again, like we said, after Regal Glory won, a lot more enjoyable now that we know that we're ahead and we've got a shot to make even more here. So we're sitting in really, really good position with a couple of races to go. That's where we wanted to be. As far as what we want to talk about next, let's see here. You got, like I said, 16 minutes away from Oaklawn. Let's look at first clip of the tote board of this race coming up here at Gulfstream, though, the Pegasus World Cup turf, because we had a lot of debate about what horses would be what prices. Space Traveler now 9-1 off a 12-1 morning line, and a Tone 13-1 off a 20-1 morning line. So those were the two long shots that we liked. They're still longer prices. They hit kind of where we thought they would. Colonel Liam 5-2, Never Surprised 6-1. So first jump, there you go, Magic.
I'm looking at the. I'm going to pull a Somich. I'm going to look at the daily doubles to see what it's looking like.
Absolutely right. It's our money. I get dumb sometimes. It's not house money. It's our money.
It's a bad statement either way. Yeah. The daily doubles. Let's take a look at here. Colonel Liam.
That is inaccurate.
Colonel Liam right now is paying $8, 8-1 on the daily double. He's the favorite. After that, $18 for Sacred Life is your second choice. Oh, I'm sorry, third choice. Never Surprised is $10.90. So they'll actually be pretty close once the betting comes here. Right now, we got 2-1 versus 6-1. Never Surprised is going to take some late money. You've got 29 for Space Traveler and 31 for Atone. So that tells me that they're going to be pretty close betting wise. You see that 9-1, 13-1, and those are the horses that for the live bankroll article, it was Space Traveler and Atone, because at those prices you can bet both of them to win. And if one does, you're still going to get a profit. And Aaron, that's actually something I want to ask you about, because I haven't seen that recommendation really from other public touts, so to speak. But it is something that you do it rarely, but there's a reason you do it. And it's usually when there's prices for wide open turf races. Is that right?
What was the question? I'm sorry. I was looking at if I'm alive in this pick 6, which I am. What's the question?
Okay, so for the live bankroll article, one of the recommended bets, Space Traveler and Atone both to win. It's weird at first glance when you're saying pick 2 horses to win. So explain your thought process.
Well, okay, first of all, there's 2 people putting this together, right? And so we don't do it very often, like you said, but we do it sometimes. And what happened is when we both like a horse and one of them is 12-1 and one of them is 20-1, we say play $10 to win on each of them. We've done it at the Breeders' Cup and it's worked out. I don't like to play two horses to win very often, but when you're getting those kind of prices, you can definitely do that. And then also we play them on top of a try, and then we'll throw in 3 or 4 horses in the second and third spot. So it's basically, hey, the main bet is that trifecta, but we don't want a tone winning at 14-1 and us not getting anything out of it. The Space Traveler win bet we almost didn't do because we did kind of speculate that the horse would be bet down. But again, 8-1 is still enough where we thought there was enough value there to play both of them. And it's like guys are saying, we've seen a lot of chalk. Now we're all on long shots. There's some long shots that are definitely due to come in. I don't think the favorite's going to win every race here. So here we are sitting with a chance. We got the long shots played. Long shots are due to come in. And the thing about this race that made it great is you could logically make a case for a lot of them. We made cases for Space Traveler and a tone. You could make cases for more than that. Flavius, first-time maker, right? That could be decent. Hit the Road is very classy. He's 5-1, so it's a little shorter price, but very classy. Doswell is 19-1. He won the prep for this last time out. Channel Clap, very classy. Field Pass won a big race at Del Mar. He's 20-1. I could go on and on. You can make cases for a lot of long shots in here.
If I was when we did the pick 4 for the Magic Mike show, I had on Barry Spears as a guest, and Barry and I, one thing we talked about was you could try and structure like if you, for example, you single Life is Good, and then if you single Regal Glory, you're shallow enough, you can go all in this race. And this felt like, I mean, he hates to use the all button, and he even said this could be a good spot for an all button.
The deal with a lot of people debate, oh, you should never use the all. Oh, you need to use the all in a sequence. There's both people, and they go on and on about it for days, and threads on Twitter, just mind-numbing. Long and short of it, every single sequence is different.
Yep.
I don't like to hit the all button very often, but you do have to hit it occasionally, and it will save you occasionally. So I don't know that this is a true all race. I didn't go all, but I went about 6 deep in here. So in every sequence is at least 6 deep. The pick 6 is 7 deep. So yes, you're going to hear different theories, but the best answer, it just depends. That's the best answer in horse racing. There's never one right answer. It just depends. Another theory they're talking about, you can't play the 2 favorites. You can't play Knicks Go and Life is Good. You have to go against one of them. I mean, you can, and it's not a bad strategy, but there are rare occasions like this one where if you can get alive to them both, you're kind of ahead of the game because it's such a toss-up in this situation. Not saying you shouldn't single one or the other, just saying in this situation, it's not the worst idea to have them both.
I mean, I hope we get better. The prices keep going down, at least on Space Traveler. He's 8-1. Listen, this horse was, what was he? He was $4 to 4-1 or something. He was very short price last time out, and he had a terrible draw. He was in the parking lot, and he ran really well for all things considered. So I feel like 12-1 was an absolute steal. We all thought that on the Racing Dudes team, but even now, 8-1, it's going down, but it still feels like a good one. And for me, part of it's Jamie Spencer's here to ride this horse. Why else was Jamie Spencer has no reason to be here other than to ride Space Traveler. So that to me is a big deal too.
I thought it was strange that he was here. And like you said, it's just, I think he rode one other one. It was Flying Scotsman. It was just like oh hell, go over the course once to see what you think of it type of mount. I thought it was wickedly odd is how I would describe it. Wickedly odd. I don't think like he's the greatest, but I don't know. I do think it makes sense that give that horse a little bit of an extra bump up with Jamie coming over to ride.
Let's see. We got 15 minutes to post here. 8 over at Oaklawn. The horses at Oaklawn are kind of some of those horses in this race. Divine Armor. I forgot he was with Hollendorfer now. But let's see. Is there any other final thoughts here on the turf race? We can come back to it in a little bit here, but kind of a good break to kind of go over in Oaklawn a little bit here if you'd like.
Yeah, let's go over to Oaklawn. Let's take one more shot of the board here. Just looking, everything's holding about steady. Colonel Liam now 2-1, so getting bet down a little harder. I don't have much to add right now. We can go back to Oaklawn if you'd like.
Sure. I'm going to take a look here. Mike Somich sitting at 280. So he's stalled out, but he'll get hot later. Don't worry. Dr. Tang behind him. Come on, Dr. Tang, get your shit together.
What's Dr. Tang at now?
He's 326. He's been holding pretty steady in that spot all day.
Okay. Yeah, Dr. Tang, good guy, really good guy. I'll put that back up there for you, Magic. Uh-oh. He's awake.
Do you hear him? Sorry. Oh, yeah. No, he's eating. This is what he does instead of eat now, is he just makes noises.
Well, I do too. No, I eat.
Yeah, Mike Somich in Vegas for NHC. Yep. He's down there. Listen, so the funny thing is his third year. The first year he and I went together and he qualified for day 3 and cashed very nicely. And we had a great time. And then when he went the second year, neither I nor his wife, who was also there that first time, joined him. And so he did terribly. And we joked about, well, his wife is going this year and I'm not. So we'll find out who the good luck charm was. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just, Jenna, you've got like 4 hours left, and then the blame's coming on you. So she's what's great is what Jenna, when she was there the first time, she did a wine oyster tour the whole weekend. She just, it's Vegas, you can just take alcohol with you. So she just was going from nice restaurant to nice restaurant, get a wine, go walk, go try oysters, get wine. It was a whole big thing.
I love it. I love it. Well, listen, I'm not going to say that. I think Jenna can probably do other things with him that maybe you couldn't do. So maybe the weekend's still going okay for Mr. Somich.
Well, we'll find out. We'll ask him on Monday when he's back here for this one. Cindy, say hello, Mike.
Equine Edge, I guess, 266.
Scotty McKeever, yep. He's at the table too.
Good guy.
All right, Oaklawn, because Charles put up his late pick 4 tickets. So let's take a look here. The first leg, he's going 796. That's Indamage, Calibrates here, and then Divine Armor. Boy, this is what I was talking about. There's some interesting horses in this one. Calibrate I know that horse by name pretty well from as a 3-year-old. But what do you think about this one?
Yeah, this horse it's a pretty good spot for this horse to be in. He's just kind of been an up and down type. We'll see what happens there. I liked a Brad Cox horse here again with Fan Club. I thought this was one that was coming in off a really nice maiden win, going 2 turns, and had been beaten by some pretty nice horses. So I liked him a bit as well. The thing about Calibrate, like I said, he's just kind of up and down. So he's not one you can really depend on. That's what I don't like about him. I thought Palace Coup is a horse that might be able to kind of bounce back. Had a really quick pace duel last time out. I don't see that happening today. I think the horse is I don't know if he can get all the way loose, but I think he's definitely got a lot better setup. So I liked the 1 and the 8 the most in this race.
I always take a second look at horses, not just with Diodoro at Oaklawn, but when it's owned by M&M Racing with Mike Sisk, who's a native from right there, and his goal every meet is to win the owner's title, and he usually does it. So he's usually very aggressive with his horses. You'll see him claim horses with Diodoro, and they'll throw it back in for a cheaper price because he wants to win. So when you see the horse running protected in this kind of allowance level here, drawing the rail, going a mile and a 16th, I think 9-2 feels like a pretty square price to get with him here too.
Yeah, I think so. And like I said, these Diodoro horses, you kind of have to be forgiving for him. Sometimes they just don't show up. And when they don't, they just stop.
They really don't.
Yeah. And so you might go, God damn, he got pulled up last time. It's like, yeah, he'll probably run better today. So, yeah, I don't really take that. His horses, I don't dock them that bad. He also has 2 in the race, and David Cohen is on the 1. So I thought that was a good sign as well. Let's see. Charles has 6, 7, 9. Yeah, the 6.
He's using the other Diodoro.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about the Southwest real quick while we have a second? I know we're going to talk about it a little later.
Yeah, that's race 9. So coming up in 43 minutes here. Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, I just think it's a very interesting race. You've got New Grange coming in, and I remember Magic. He won on what was it? I think it was New Year's Day.
The Sham Stakes. Yep.
Yeah, we did a video on him, and I said, San Felipe in March is probably when we'll see him. And then, bam, he wheels right back right here. So it's very interesting to see him entered here. And I don't know if that means, I don't know, we don't like him that well, if it means he's doing really well and we need to get into a race. So draws a 10 hole won't be easy. And then I like Ben Diesel on the rail. I think last time out drew out in the parking lot. Save all the ground today with a shot.
I'm with you. Those are the two horses I like as well, and they're the ones that you gave out in the preview with our YouTube channel. If you guys didn't know, we have that youtube.com/racing dudes. Aaron and I do an Oaklawn race of the day preview. The feature race, so this usually the second to last one for every race, every day that Oaklawn has this meet. So Aaron's been doing great with the prices. If you're playing Oaklawn, make sure you're checking that out regularly. When Newgrange broke his maiden, it was at the end of November, and it was right around that time that Ron Anderson, the jockey agent, announced that John Velasquez was going to stay in California, starting with the Malibu Day. Now, he'd done this before with Rosario, and Rosario had come in and found a good Baffert horse. At the time, it was Concert Tour. He didn't end up panning out, but for a moment, Concert Tour was red hot, right?
Yeah,
well, absolutely. Velasquez got Newgrange here, and he got him to that win, and he beat Got Thunder, who was a very highly hyped horse, was the favorite in that race, and I told you, I was like, man, the Velasquez news came out. I think he's found his Derby horse. I think it's Newgrange. And it was weird to say because the figure wasn't overly high. He wasn't favored. This wasn't like Life is Good, who debuts at 1-5. But man, I'm going to ride with Newgrange because of what I've seen so far. Nothing tells me he can't just keep winning. The 10 post is hard, but I think he's good enough against this field. He can do it.
Well, despite what you tell people on Twitter, you're very, very sharp at this game, and
I did that one time trying to promote you, and then I can't stop hearing about it.
You're very sharp, and you text me that, and I said, this guy, and there he goes. He wins the sham. I didn't say that. I said, yeah, you're probably right, but he wins the sham. So, yeah, he looked really good that last race. He's had easy leads, and what does he do today? Maybe he gets the lead, but if he doesn't, can he sit and win? I kind of think he can. I don't really think he absolutely had to have the lead last time. I just think he kind of fell on it. So that'll be interesting. Sydney says 3-1 Jets beating the Blues.
I'm sorry.
Sydney, that's not what I wanted to hear. Okay. Oh, Sydney, is a toned your horse, by the way, the 2 horse? We'll ask. Okay.
Oh, that's who you were thinking it was?
Yeah, I thought it was a tone. I think that's what she said, but you can tell us now that we're at the 11th race. What are we?
Oh, yeah, now that we're here, I'm glad you remembered that. Cindy won a seat for NHC next year already. That's exciting.
Oh, no shit?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick. That's awesome. I got to win one now.
Yeah.
Who is it, Sydney? It's not a tone. Okay.
It's not a tone. I thought she said 8-1, which would be Hit the Road.
Oh, I thought she said double digits. I don't know. Listen, it's
Space Traveler.
Oh, Space Traveler, even better. My top pick, Sydney.
1,
love it.
4, 5, 6. Oh, I get it. That's a trifecta. Sorry. I forget sometimes that there's more things than pick 3s, pick 4s.
Oh, man. All right, Oaklawn walking to the gate. Awesome. We got 7 minutes over here at Gulfstream, and odds are fairly unchanged. They've held pretty steady. Currently,
are you surprised? Are you surprised he's 2-1 off such of a long break?
Come on.
No, because he's 6-5 on paper. If you don't look at that break,
that's true.
And I think that's the big thing.
Okay.
It was just kind of I just don't think he's going to be quite 100%. And I think this field's good enough if he's not. I don't think he's Regal Glory, meaning against that field. Regal Glory just looked like a standout. He looks like the best horse, but if he's not 100%, I think it's questionable that he wins it. So,
well, the Diodoro horse over at Oaklawn is now the 3-1 favorite as they're getting ready to break from the gate there. So they are off, and the 3 blows the start. The 1 gets a nice break, and it looks like he's going to have at least a share. Yeah, he's got the lead going into that first turn. That's what you want to see from him.
Yep, you go a route at Oaklawn, you want to beat those horses to the corner, and he's done it.
He fans out to the 4 path.
Really know why he did that, but
he doesn't want anybody anywhere near him. Mine.
Oh, nothing beats a big, big, big Saturday when you get towards this hour of the day. You got Gulfstream and Oaklawn, and Santa Anita's going to have a big one coming up. Man, this is why I wake up in the morning. This is exciting. That horse is kind of goofy.
He's running sideways.
Yeah. The Cox horse looks good there in second. So
the 8 horse, okay. Let's see.
He's ranging up.
Oh, the 7 ended up taking enough money to be favored. All right.
Oh, wow.
But barely, 5-2.
Yeah, that's the other Diodoro Lucas's horse. The 2 horse is sneaking up there. big price on him.
All right. Cox Horse says, let's go.
Uh-oh. Who's going to win? Juice on Juice. I didn't say that. All right. Let's see.
The 7. The 7 is going to win.
On the outside.
Oh, never mind. 7 said never mind.
Looks like Cox is going to win this thing. The 5 ranging up pretty decent.
5, if 5 can get free, looks like he could bomb this thing, but can he get free?
He's free now, but he's kind of flattened.
He did, yeah. The 8 got the jump on him.
Yep, 8's good. 5 may get second. That'd be a good race for the 5's 27-1. 8 wins easy. Yeah, good race for the 8.
All right. Did anybody have the? Well, Cindy didn't. Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong one there.
You got too much going on at once, Magic.
I know. This is when the wheels start to fall off if I'm in charge. So.
All right, back to Gulfstream. Good win.
Back to Gulfstream. 4 minutes.
Oh, we got
Jockey's still not even up.
We got a guest here, Magic.
I see that he made it. His in-laws must have finally left.
Here, are you ready, Michael? You ready? Come on. All right.
He's ready.
There you go. There's Michael. What's up, man?
Hello, boys. How are you?
Doing great. How's it going?
Let me uncover your face there. There we go. That's better.
Thank you.
Michael Myers in the chat. If you've been in the chat before, or if you've on Twitter, he's very active. He's in our fantasy league too. So, Michael, speaking of we were talking about the all button and the merits of it. Michael is a big proponent of it because he made $10,000 at the Breeders' Cup the other year.
I love the all button. Does you absolutely no good today, but
no, unless it does here.
Well, all right, Michael, Aaron and I have talked to death about the Pegasus World Cup turf. Let's get your thoughts on this. For us, we love Atone and Space Traveler on top, and we're wheeling them in a trifecta with the 5, 6, and 12. But what about you? How are you going to play this race?
The one thing that really interested me, and Jack Sisterson is good to pop one every once in a while. Rosario hopping on is really intriguing to me. I don't know if he's going to be on the lead or not, and he almost always needs the lead to win. So that's interesting to me. And then Maker loves winning this race. I'm kind of interested in Field Pass a little bit. Him and Sacred Life, beating up on each other. So I don't understand how Field Pass is 17-1 and Sacred Life is 6-1 right now. But I played a hefty double. Atone.
You that
I play Atone, Field Pass, and Channel Cat into Life is Good.
Aaron, we didn't talk about that, you and I, but he brings up a great point. Is Rosario hopping on Channel Cat? And I'm with Michael. Sisterson loves to pop with somebody on one of these big days. Did you cause for concern with Rosario riding? For you, Aaron.
Oh, for me, I'm sorry. I was like, what? No, I don't know. I'm not concerned at all. I think. Oh, you mean concern is like beat us concern? Yeah,
yes,
a little bit. When you talk about Channel Cat, it's a horse. He's hard to get right. When you think he's going to run well, he doesn't. And then when you think he's going to suck, he runs well. You kind of think he's going to suck based on his normal form, but I do like to Rosario gets aboard. Here's the problem that I had. I think there's a lot of other speed, and I'm a little worried he might get burned up a little bit, but he's very classy. So I don't mind that play that Michael made. I mean, when you get to this race, there's just not a whole hell of a lot of horses that you're going to throw at me. I'm going to go, oh, no, don't do that. I think you've got to get your prices here.
Yeah, I mean, that was the other thing, too. I was just kind of playing prices. I mean, like, currently I'm into either Knicks Go or Life is Good is probably paying like $5 or something absurd. Like, that's not even – you have to bet your house to really make it worth your while. 7. I was guessing at $5.
Yeah, that's weak. That is weak. Let's see. You said Channel Cat was one. Who were the other ones again?
Atone and Field Pass.
Yeah, I'm sure. Now, here's a funny thing. I ended up not having Field Pass in the top 4, but at one time when I was doing the guide, I had Field Pass on top. That's how close I think this field is. I'm 1,000% with you. Sacred Life is 6-1. Field Pass is 18-1. I mean, they've been nose and nose the last 2 races.
Right, exactly.
I think in Rispoli comes to ride Fields Pass. He was on him last time out. He made a great move up the backside, kind of stole that race from Sacred Life, got the jump on him and just able to hold on. But it's nice that Rispoli follows him here, Magic. I know you're missing him in California, but
he's not missing much this weekend.
no.
Pretty rough sauce in California. It's interesting if Gulfstream has a big day. Usually Santa Anita's that's a weekend you want to avoid. And if Santa Anita has a big weekend, usually that's like the rare time Gulfstream's like taking it off.
Yeah,
I mean, I get why they do that, owned by the same company, but
that's what I just said. It's almost like they're owned by the same people.
that works. I didn't realize we lost Michael. I looked over and he left his chair. Well,
he's gone. Yeah, he'll be back. He didn't leave for good. New Grange,
never.
By the way,
answer is never, Sylvain. Flavian Pratt will never leave, or I'm going to follow him. If he comes to Florida, I'm going with him.
I think he's going to leave one day. But I don't know, though. It's hard to leave Santa Anita. The purses are good enough and you're dominant. So it's kind of hard to leave.
Well, and he has kind of the Rosario treatment, too, where he gets the call for a big race anywhere and he can go win anywhere. So big weekend at Keeneland. Hey, Brad, come on over. Okay, cool. We got three mounts for you with Chad Brown. Like, he's almost like an assassin for hire, he and Rosario. It's like when you need someone to get it done, you bring in Pratt, you bring in Rosario.
Yeah, no, I agree. I absolutely agree. I was going to say first click New Grange 6-5 in the South. 6-5 and Dash Tap 2-1. So he's taking a lot of money. Let's see, 4 minutes now to Gulfstream. All right, I'm gonna take a bathroom break. You guys take it for a couple minutes.
All right, we got it. I've got a good question for Michael, anyways here, so we'll get him out of here. Listen, Colonel Liam, defending champion, right, Michael? Last year, Pletcher hit the exacta. For the life of me, I can't remember the horse that got second. But he could do it again here with Colonel Liam and never surprise. So all of this talk about, Maker's got a bunch in here and Chad Brown's got, and we talked about Channel Cat. Would you be that surprised if Colonel Liam and never surprised to just hit the exacta?
I would not be surprised if those two hit. Pletcher's not been very good off the layoff lately. I mean, I know what his percentage is, but this will probably be the time it bites me in the ass. But every time I've played him recently off the layoff, I'm like, oh, this horse is good, and same level, not trying to step up or anything. It's come back to bite me. So I was just like, I chucked all the other chalk in the other races, so no one should probably listen to me at this point. But I don't like it.
The full pick four sequence, to me, this is the one that felt the most likely to have a big price come across. And because you've got questions about Colonel Liam, but the way that Pletcher's horses have been bet today, they've been running to that. We saw Fearless. He needed 2 turns or a better pace setup, but he ran like a 6-5 in the Hooper. Always Shopping ran really well. Yeah, Always Shopping ran well, and in her race she didn't win, but he had the maiden win. My point is, you're seeing Colonel Liam get bet here, so his horses have been that win or run well get bet. So we'll see what happens here. Do you have? Let's see. We talked about Space Job. We got 2 minutes to post here. By the way, if you guys are watching, if you have any other that you want to talk about, we can actually. This is excellent. Alex Berg, and I saw it was Alex the one who brought it up earlier too, or somebody. The doubles, Life is Nick brought it up too. Yeah, it went from 38-1 to 40-1. If you like a tone and you like Life is Good, you're getting 15-1 on a tone here. And you're not going to get a good price on Life is Good. Play the double. That is great. If you're getting 40-1 on that is great. Welcome back, Aaron.
Thank you. Yeah, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Boy, Life is Good, man. This is gonna be a fun hour coming up. I'm gonna tell you, I can't wait. This is gonna be fun. It's as it goes and goes. I'm like, I'm getting more confident. Life is Good's gonna run well after I see these Pletcher horses and how good they're running. Now they can all go fall apart here. But at the same time, it's like it's Nick's freaking go. It's gonna be tough to beat this horse. So.
When the card came out, I texted Aaron and I said, you could see Pletcher win 4 or 5 of these and you wouldn't be the least bit surprised. And he's doing very well so far. Aaron, I don't know if he just leaves right when I was about to talk to him again. Thanks.
I'm back. Yeah,
I don't know if
you
you
did say that, and
I don't know if you caught Michael and I talking about, but the Pletchers that not only have they been running, but the ones that are being bet are running that way. Liam, not bet. We saw what happened to him. So if Life is Good comes out and the first click is the 4-5 favorite, I think he's going to run pretty well. I think they like his chances.
It's going to be super effing fascinating because I thought he would be the morning line favorite. So that's going to be really fascinating to see. And yeah, I mean, like I said, Fearless lost for Pletcher, but ran well, so.
Right.
That's your curse.
That is blasphemy. Yes, you were definitely cursed. You were definitely cursed here. Wow. She was raving about how good Regal Glory looked. I mean, if Regal Glory didn't look as good as she made her sound, I don't think she would have won like she did. That's like double blasphemy.
One thing I will say is on track people have the tendency to just pick chalk all day long. So I do appreciate her at least stepping out on a limb and doing that, because I think it's a poor service to people who don't really know what they're doing yet, just picking chalk after chalk after chalk. So
Maggie Wolfendale's really great at that too. She'll put out some really good feelers or some non-chalk horses.
The thing about Maggie is she can do a job that I don't think a lot of us can do, and that is actually look at a horse and see how it's doing by how it looks. I can't do it. I know that.
I can bet Michael and I are still trying to figure out how to look at our kids and figure out how they're doing. Like, we can do that with horses.
Yeah, when people go down to the paddock, I'm like, I have to look at the horses to know who to bet. I'm like, what are you looking for? They all look the same to me.
Listen,
Four legs, tail. There you go.
Right.
I go down there with trainers, and they tell me, and I'm still like, I don't know what the hell this guy's even talking about. I'm like, what?
I just look to see if one of them poops, and I feel good about it. But other than that,
I mean, right? It's just like. Now, don't get me wrong. I love to go down and look at them. It's one of my favorite things, but they all look the same to me. Magic.
No, I was sorry. I was looking at. I was reading Alex's off air. Sorry. Just talking about Maggie. That she likes a 13-1 they didn't use. He knows he's dead. Also, I was looking this up. Earns is Tyler Gaffalione still hasn't won. That's correct. He actually he's only hit the board once, and that was with Always Shopping. So.
Wow.
Surprising.
I didn't realize that. That's hard to believe.
So, who's that?
He got here? He's on.
Hit the Road.
He's on Hit the Road.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's Hit the Road's one. If he wins, I'm going to be kind of frustrated, but at the same time, it's like I just couldn't ever figure out what to do with him in this race.
I thought that Barry on the Magic Mike show did a great job of. He's like, I don't take California horses coming to Gulfstream for big races.
I mean, he was right about Nicest.
Well, actually, where did Nicest finish? I missed that.
When you're talking about multis, you just care if she wins or not.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. I just have a weird feeling that horse will run pretty well here. Like I said, it's California, but ran really well and has ran some really tough races. I don't know. He just felt like an oddball. I can't really describe it. I would have him in like the bottom of a try. I was like, that's not it. Can't do it, and throw him out. And what about Hit the Road? I don't know. He was very confusing to me. If he wins, it's just kind of shit.
Alex has his own unique way of betting the horses, though. I don't know. You just avoid the fillies and mares races, then I guess that's probably just don't bet those races.
I didn't know that this was a family show.
He's not watched very often. If he thought it was a family show.
We got 0 minutes to post, and Colonel Liam now flirting with 9-5. It keeps flipping 9-5, 2-1 here. So I think he's for sure going to be your favorite. Never surprised, holding pretty steady, 4-1 second choice. Sacred Life 6-1. It's not a horse I ever had any interest here, so I'm a little surprised 3-1. Maybe are we paying for the name on the jersey because it's Chad Brown and Jose Ortiz?
I mean, right, Michael? You have to think like what other reason would it be?
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't get those lines at all. It makes no sense to me. I mean, it's not like they faced each other 5 times and Sacred Life's beating them 4.
Right.
All right. Well, I got him going into the gate here.
I do too.
Oh, I forgot Royal Rumbles tonight.
Yeah, Royal Rumbles tonight. Dan, the plan is I've been up since 5 a.m. So I told my wife, and I've been working all day on racing, obviously. So about 12 straight hours, I told her, we're going out to eat after this, but we're going to a bar, and you may have to drive home because I'm going to get drunk. And then we're going to watch a Royal Rumble. So it's a big night. So
I'm excited about it. I wish I had a TV. My TV is still broken.
yeah, it's a magic problem.
It is. There's a lot of magic problems. 9-5, Colonel Liam going in the gate. Everybody seems to be behaving. So, although it didn't really seem to bother that Cox horse in the inside information, did it?
No, it sure didn't. Little bastard. I'd be having a banner day if that didn't happen. But I'm not going to complain.
All right. Good luck. Let us know in the chat who you're playing. We're waiting for Never Surprise to come in, and then I'm off. Not yet, but I'm just saying. Just waiting for that.
All right. Here we go.
There we go. All right. This is going to be interesting because Never Surprise looked like a horse on paper that needs the lead. Doswell set the pace in the Fort Lauderdale.
He's going out.
Never Surprise is going to get it. They're letting him have it. 4 jockeys all looked right and watched him go over.
Yep. If you were worried about him losing ground, he will not lose ground. It's just
Colonel
how
Liam,
fast did he have to go to get it?
Colonel Liam looks like he's pretty eager to go. He had to kind of get pulled off. He almost ran up on Doswell. All right, we got a good setup here. 25-2. I don't know if that's right. Did
No
they
way.
go that
Right.
slow?
No way.
Let's see who we got. Doswell, Flavius chasing. Colonel Liam now 8-5 is the final odds there. Wow.
He's in a
Channel
really
Cat
good
sitting
spot,
there.
too.
He's got a good spot. Channel Cat in a good spot. 3 wide on his outside. A Tone, if we like a Tone, he's sitting in a good spot on the rail. He'll get a good trip. Oh boy, Space Traveler towards the back there. Jamie Spencer got to wake up. Horse likes to come from behind, but that's
accurate. The 12 is going to be tough.
49 and basically 49-2 there.
Yeah. Space Traveler's not doing shit.
All right, Colonel Liam rolling up 3 wide around Doswell. He looks loaded.
Holy cow.
My God, he's not even moving.
Oh, big move from Space Traveler now, but he's got a ton
A lot of traffic.
Oh, he needs that. He needs the rail like. Oh, he needs this to be
Got
Del Mar.
horse, he can't get him anywhere. God.
No, he can't.
The Tone's got a shot, but they're not going to be
Colonel Liam fighting with Never Surprise. We could have a Pletcher 1-2 once again, second straight year in the Pegasus World Cup turf.
Look at
Boy,
Space Traveler.
field pass. Space
Look at
Traveler
Space
moving
Traveler.
hard.
My goodness.
Oh, this is going to hurt. Oh, that hurts. Oh, Space Traveler was so good in that race. Wow. Yeah, see, even Michael's daughter, John, is happy about that. Wow.
Let me go assist with that real quick.
Yeah, go right ahead. Go right ahead, Michael. I understand. Aaron, that was, first of all, Colonel Liam off the bench. At the last time we saw him, looked like dog shit, and then comes out and, I mean, he had to fight for it. It's not easy for a horse off of that kind of layoff to fight a stablemate who got an easy lead. If those fractions are correct, that was pedestrian. Really impressive effort. What'd you think?
You know, I think he was beatable today, even though he ran very, very well. I'm not taking anything away from him. He was beatable. The problem was the horse that could beat him didn't get the trip. The one got an awful trip. He was flying. He probably was the best. Really good effort from the 2, but not quite good enough. That's the only thing you can say about the 2. He had a shot. He wasn't quite good enough. I thought the 12 ran fantastic. But yeah, I think Colonel Liam was beatable. Just couldn't get the trip for the horse that could do it. And then the other horse we thought could at a big price ran well. You can't say a Tone didn't run well. He just wasn't quite good enough when it mattered. So good race. Pat Colonel Liam on the back. Good race for him. And Magic's muted. There you go, Magic.
Sorry. I was typing. You know how loud I can type sometimes. Hats off to the Pletcher crew. Every horse that they've had has just been running so well. Is this 5 wins for him now? And we've still got Life is Good to go. Mm-hmm. And as Nick Feldman said in the chat there, Colonel Liam into Life is Good is paying 8-1. We could regret this. We could regret this.
You know, I had a feeling this could happen. I still think we played. I don't think that was like a top effort from that.
We didn't
horse.
handicap it poorly.
Well, no. I mean, the 1 was third, the 2 was fourth, the 12 got out to a lead that we didn't quite think he's going to get out to, but we knew that horse had a shot, and just Colonel Liam was better again. So, tip of the hat.
Well,
tip of the hat.
the trifecta wheel from the live bankroll article was 1-2 over 6-12.
I know.
So you were right there with you and Jared were right there too with the horses that were going to run huge at the odds. Like you said, I think that Colonel Liam was vulnerable. This was a spot to beat him. You're not beating him next out and then whatever the next race is he goes to.
Well, and you're gonna see why we didn't box them when you see the payout. Like for that thing to pay, you had to get those top horses, or the longer price horses on top. And you got favorite over second choice over a longer price, but it's not gonna pay enough. Of course, short price would beat a long face, but end of the day, you can't box it. So it happens. Both of the tries we played, we had the horses, we had them in the wrong order. So
yeah. Listen, that you guys take good swings with your try plays and those things too. It's someone I don't really play tries, so I have fun seeing how you do it and kind of thinking the psychology of how you might have gotten there on that one. Didn't pay out in this one, but any other thoughts you want to go over from this race? I know it's pretty fresh, but there is a lot of other action going on because now we've hit the 2:00/5 o'clock hour.
Yeah, just again, a very classy effort from Colonel Liam and a strong effort from Never Surprise, no doubt. I'll say it one more time, and it's not sour grapes. I've seen Colonel Liam run better than that. He ran really well. I don't think he was quite 100%, which means he's going to be really tough next time out. But I think he had a shot to get beat today, and the one just had a shitty trip and didn't get through. I think if he gets a cleaner trip, he wins. So. What are you gonna do?
It's okay. Listen, and Nick brings up a good point too that sometimes you just kind of have to deal with is that a tone goes off 9-1 off a 20-1 morning line because at 9-1 he wouldn't have played a tone so strongly, but especially once you're in like your multis, once you're deep in them, you're kind of your hand is forced. So it happens. That's the downside, I guess, to having a pari-mutuel game, right, Aaron? Is that it's good, but then it can be bad.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's frustrating as hell. If you would have told me a tone was going to go off at 9-1 and Space Traveler 12-1 before the race, I'd say, "Oh, you're crazy. It's going to be the opposite." So I get the frustration. I do. I'm sorry, but not that I could do anything about it. I don't know why I'm sorry, but I'm sorry that happened to you.
All right, let's shift gears, Aaron. We've got not a Kentucky Derby prep race in the sense that any points are on the line, and even if they were, nobody earned any because Baffert's got 3 of the 5 horses in the San Vicente Stakes. But we are 3 minutes to post for race 4. At Santa Anita. Doppelganger, my boy, is holding as the he's back up to even money. He actually was 4-5 when I turned it on. But even money for Baffert, Flavian Pratt. They name him Doppelganger because he looks exactly like his world famous sire, Into Mischief. Let's see if he can run. Into Mischief actually wasn't. He was a little weird on the track. Let's see if he can run like Into Mischief's best colts here. But we've also got McLaren Vale in here for Bob Baffert, and then Pinehurst, who was a Grade 1 winner at 7 furlongs last year as a 2-year-old. What do you think of it? What do you make of this field? We got 2 minutes to post.
Yeah, listen, this San Vicente always draws a really short field. It's always kind of, we'll see what happens. It's Baffert's, but it produces good horses usually. It's a very serious prep on the road to the Kentucky Derby here, so you have to take it serious. I put Doppelganger on top, and I'm very worried about Forbidden Kingdom. This horse, like you mentioned it right before we got on air, working out like a beast. Should get the lead, and it's going to be tough at Santa Anita if that happens. So I do like that horse a little bit. I think we're going to see. I think we're going to see a pretty good race here. You also have Pinehurst cutting back after the Breeders' Cup, so maybe that horse looks good too. He's got McLaren Vale. He's got Baffert. He's got 3 of them. He didn't get a good number, but a horse that Paul and I tracked for a long time before he started was working pretty well. So we'll see, man.
On that note, this will be interesting. He's not being bet this way, but the 2 of them worked together last out, McLaren Vale and Doppelganger, and they came up. Dopp was on the inside, and they came up on a slower horse, and it threw Doppelganger all off, and he fell behind. He got between. It was very weird for him. McLaren Vale very much better looking in that spot, so he's not being bet that way. You're getting 8-1, but it's also, I don't know. Bob Baffert wins so many of these damn races. He's won the last 2. Concert Tour, like I said, was hot shit at the time when he won this race. Nadal won it before that, and Nadal won the Rebel and was probably going to go off to the Derby as a favorite if he hadn't gotten hurt. So Nyquist won this race on his way to winning the Kentucky Derby. So even though this is a 7-furlong race at the end of January that isn't worth Derby points, it's still a Derby prep in the sense that at least one horse is going to move forward here.
Yep, absolutely right. And by the way, as you were talking first click, we were talking about first click of the Pegasus World Cup. That'd be kind of cool to see. Knicks go 3-5. Todd Pletcher and Life is Good 6-5. So there you go. Knicks go a heavy favorite with first click.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah.
We'll see. This is why we go to you. You got the inside information.
I know. As you were talking, I was like, is he going to shut up? I'm ready. I've got it ready. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I've got to flip over to Santa Anita now. Listen, this is one of these races. Obviously, if you're live in multis or whatever, it means a lot. But why I don't love Santa Anita day in and day out is because it's just for if you're betting race by race, it's just tough to bet this. Because Forbidden Kingdom at 3-1, you're like, yeah, that makes sense. But you got to beat 3 Bafferts. So it's like, yeah, probably should be 3-1, So I don't know. We'll see on this. But this is very interesting from the standpoint of watching to see who might be good coming out of this.
One thing that I was curious to see is a lot of times with the small horse field Santa Anita, when Baffert's got multiples, he enters multiples because they need 5 horses for this race to even go in the entry box. So he'll just scratch one. And we enters 3 out of the 5, and those 3 are all owned by the same 18,000 people. I really thought for sure, I was like, well, somebody will scratch, but maybe not. McLaren Vale just has the one race, and he needs to race somewhere, and they're probably not going to find an allowance race in California because nobody wants to face Baffert on the dirt. So I get why he stayed in. Pinehurst needs a race to come back from. So some people were like, well, if Baffert didn't scratch anybody, maybe one of them's not superior.
Yeah.
We're about to find out. They're going in the gate right now. We're going to find out real quick if Doppelganger's the stud that Mike Somich and I thought he was, hope he is, or a fraud.
Well, he got Flavian, and I think that's the good news. So,
yep, we did get Pratt picked Doppelganger.
He's a good.
He's got the pink cap on.
Do what?
He's got a pink because they have to wear different. They all have the same silks. They have to wear different colored caps, so it's like bright pink.
Well, sure. There.
Oh, mine froze. You'll have to.
All right. It looks like Forbidden Kingdom going to go out to the lead like we thought. Doppelganger is in last. Pinehurst is in second with McLaren Vale right to his outside. So Forbidden Kingdom went off at 7-2. He's got about a 2.5 length lead as they join up with the main track here. But now Pinehurst is starting to put a little pressure on. Pinehurst 9-5. Doppelganger 4-5, McLaren Vale 8-1. So 21-8.
That is sharp. Forbidden Kingdom. Listen, Mandela did the classic. He did a 7-furlong stamina builder, and he followed it with a 3-furlong blowout, going 35 flat. So that horse I knew was going to run fast early. Can he do 7 furlongs? Is my question.
He's looking very good as they turn the corner. 44.49, and Pinehurst and McLaren Vale under a ride now. Not making up much yet. Doppelganger just behind him. They're starting to move to him. They got a Baffert trifecta running out at Forbidden Kingdom. Top of the stretch, they're starting to get him. He's starting to slow down a little bit. Pinehurst trying to get him. Forbidden Kingdom kind of keeping going. He rebroke a little bit. Forbidden Kingdom's going to win.
Nice.
Pinehurst looks like going to get second. McLaren Vale looks like Doppelganger might get up for third. No, he didn't. Pinehurst, McLaren Vale, Doppelganger behind Forbidden Kingdom.
I'd like to thank TVG for working literally as they crossed the wire. I got to see the 3 Bafferts in a row in Forbidden Kingdom on that one. So I'm glad you called it because I have no fucking clue what just happened. Fuck you, TVG.
All right, we got Michael's back. He's dancing. We got Jared. Jared's back from urgent care. Michael, you're dancing.
What happened to Jared? Bad Tinder date?
Yeah, maybe.
I don't go to urgent care for those. Yeah. The COVID.
Oh, how you feeling?
I am good. I'm negative on that. I just am really sick. So,
Bourbon always helps.
well, yeah, I'm gonna. My eyes look like an afternoon at Magic's house. I'm sure. After he's smoked some pot, but I feel good. Hey, it's legal out there. You can do it.
Yeah. No, it just you were subtle, and then you just were like right in the face.
I have no filter on my mind. I've been in it's been a day. So how about that? It was good to see Forbidden Kingdom beat those Baffert horses. I text Paul immediately. I said, "Uh-oh,
not good."
Not
Kelly has
good.
Forbidden Kingdom now.
I played that. Well, not quite straight, but I played that 1/2 and what Doppelganger 4. I played that 1 over the 2 and the 4.
Nice. That'll work.
If those horses can't re-break to 21 and 44, then they ain't going to do it.
Damn. That horse was cooking.
I thought I was in trouble.
I did too. When they turned the corner, I thought, oh, they're getting to him. And then he just said, no, I got a lot left. That horse, Magic, you said it, had been really working out well and ran to the works. So
yeah, I wasn't scared of the stablemates. I was scared of Forbidden Kingdom. I can't wait to watch that someday to see what happens. I'd love to come on here and have like a whole big trash code to yell at Forbidden Kingdom. I have no idea what happened.
Oh man.
Hey, so that was a pretty good effort by Colonel Liam there, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, you give that horse a lot of credit.
Walter, you and I both.
You guys were all over it.
I had the 2 and you had the 1 as our top picks. And, I was watching the 2, of course, closely, and I was watching the 1. They both tried, but just clearly no match for Colonel Liam. Well, really,
you're not winning on the turf there, being in dead last like Space Traveler was. So
no, I would say Space Traveler probably got one of the worst. He got the worst trip out of the race. It was disgusting.
Did he get up for 3rd?
Yeah, he got 3rd. And I think a tone. I said it after the race. I still think it. I watched the replay as Magic was talking. I just think he wasn't quite good enough. Like he ran as good as he could run.
Totally agree.
Quite quicken.
Like I said on the pod, I was like, "Listen, he's gonna come. Like he's gonna make a run. It's just a matter of how good is he? We're gonna find out." And the answer is he's not good enough for this level, but he's a good horse.
If you watch the replay, there was one horse that was moving fast enough to win or to beat Colonel Liam, and that was Space Traveler.
Yeah.
And
I'm watching it right now.
It was atrociously bad. But what are you going to do? And Michael's right. You draw the rail, you fall back to last year, Gulfstream, you're not going to win.
But that's why you come from all the way from overseas to ride that horse. You bring him in for the just superb ride, right?
Yeah.
They get back over there. He's like, "What the fuck you doing, man?"
Somebody in the chat said if you had a local jockey, you may have won. That could be.
Like EJ or somebody.
Both at once. What happened?
I said like EJ or somebody local, like you just said.
Yeah.
So Nick's goes 4-5, and Life is Good is even money.
Yep.
Wow.
Hey, we still got 16 minutes, Jared. I wanted your take on no longer having to see TB12 line up against the Chiefs.
Hey, you know what? Did you see, though, the report that came out? Right, or not report, I guess, but his dad came out and said it's not true. Like, he's made no decision yet. Like, basically, his dad tweeted, or I don't know whatever media outlet, but he said it's not been official that he's going to retire. So I don't know, but assuming he does retire, it's seems like it's a year of retirement. Maybe Rodgers is next. I don't know.
I've never seen I've never seen Schefter wrong about something like that.
I know. That's all Schefter. I'm like, that's right.
Yeah. If it comes over your ESPN app, it's right 99.9% of the time. So that's interesting.
But hasn't him and his dad had issues in the past? Like his dad said stuff that he shouldn't, and
I think so. Yeah. Maybe Brown leaked it. Aaron Rodgers leaked it.
Yeah.
Knicks goes 3-5 right now.
Yep. Knicks go 3-5, and what is Life's Good? And Life's Good even money. Yeah.
So we're gonna get like Accelerate and Gun Runner, and like one's gonna be Freaks, and the other one just doesn't see the board.
It's possible. I really think if you put the screws to Knicks go, you're really pressing, he might stop. Just because we've seen him do it before.
I always thought until I think I was watching the other night when I think you brought that up. I always kind of attributed Saudi and then coming back. Was that the Met Mile that he ran in? I always just attributed that to going overseas and coming back. But like now that you've said that, like that makes more sense. Like when you've challenged him, he doesn't want to have anything to do with that.
Well, and the scary thing, if you have that opinion like I do, is you could be right. He may have just not liked Saudi and then he needed a race, So, but I don't know. I just feel like Life is Good can really pressure him. And if that happens, I want Life is Good. But the big key is, can he actually go do it? He's still got to go out there and do it. That's not an easy task. So, I think he can, but if he chooses to sit off of him, I think it's going to be a long day for Life is Good.
No, I agree.
You got to go get him,
Yeah, they're saying few reports saying that Brady has contacted Bucks GM and let him know that he hasn't even come close to a final decision yet. And Bleacher Report is saying that from his dad saying he's not close to making a decision. So I don't know how Shefty got that one wrong. We'll see. I don't think I'd be kind of surprised if Rodgers goes to Denver. I think that would be a really bad move for him, to be honest.
I know everybody talks about like the defense is really good, and it is, but they fired their defensive coordinator in Fangio, who was their head coach. I know like Patrick Surtain's really good, but like when you look at that, like does he have any weapons there? Why would you might as well just stay if you're going to go there. And
also
then
think about what's your easiest path to get to the playoffs every year?
I was just going to say that. Then you have to deal with Patrick Mahomes twice, plus also in the playoffs.
Herbert.
Right. The Raiders aren't bums anymore, it doesn't seem like. Then you got Josh Allen. I know people's.
Oh.
Where'd he go?
We lost him.
Literally just lost him
He's gone. Like his house got hit by lightning.
Like his phone died or something.
Wow.
Crazy.
No, but yeah, if you're Derek Carr is the worst in our division, and he goes like he's the second best in the if he went to the NFC North.
Where'd you go?
It said something went wrong, and I was like, clearly. But yeah, like I don't know why you would even go to the AFC at all. I thought like the Saints until Sean Payton left would have been a great spot, but
that's what I was thinking too.
I would say in the NFC.
Well, we got 0 minutes to post at the Southwest there.
Yep.
Oh.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
It was good. It was good. It was good filler. That was really good filler until we got to this, because I don't know how much more we could talk about Newgrange winning this race.
Well, we'll see if he does. We'll see.
Anybody like Dash Attack?
I was against him
Not
a
on a
little bit
fast
here.
track.
I don't know. I don't love him. I think Osborne at 18-1 is a little bit nuts.
It's a good price.
It's a Ben Diesel 7-1. I think that's about right. I don't know. Dash Tack 3-1. I thought play against this time, so he'll probably err. It's Oaklawn. So.
Hey, Jared, did you get a chance to see the coach's filly earlier in the day, Secret Oath?
I did. That was quite impressive. Like, she's a freak. I was thinking too, like, it wouldn't be unlike him to try the boys at some point.
Yeah.
That's what Aaron said. Before, like right afterwards, he's like, he might go to the Derby with her.
Of course, he said that. He knows, because that's what he like. if she shows any ounce of of athleticism, and she does, he'll be like, well, might as well try her in the Rebel, and that's like so typical,
You put her in the Rebel, she wins it. You got your 50 points, you're in. Then you run her in the Fantasy next for an easy prep, and then she's ready to go.
Because you don't give a shit about the Oaks. I mean, come on.
No.
But then you could pick too. If you win the Fantasy, you could pick where you want to go.
That's true. Very true.
Can you read that for us, Magic?
He says this comment says, I'm picking Ignitus to win the Southwest. Okay, we'll see what happens. We're walking around in circles. We're probably going to run this race at the same time as the World Cup.
Who's going to get second?
In this race, no, I like Vin Diesel. I think Vin Diesel gets
I was just going to say that.
Yeah.
That's paying 10 over the 1 is paying $15.
It's not bad. Nick Feldman says across the board on Call Me Jamal in the Southwest. Call Me Jamal is 96-1.
Nick is upset with all the chalk. Don't listen to that. Nick is upset with all the chalk at Gulfstream today, so he's just picking the biggest bomb on the board.
I'm very relieved we hit the early pick 4 and pick 5 because we're alive to this other shit, but it's not going to pay anything. So,
do you see our Dan's famous Diney's Wolfie's Dynaghost win today?
Yes, that was something.
I missed the beginning of the race, and then I turned it on, and I was like, oh, shit, this horse. Like, I could just tell, like, the horse, right, he's going to get first run, and I missed this race. He's 20-1. Like, this is, like, I just knew instantly, and then he just kept running.
Yeah, about mid-stretch, you're like, no, they're not getting him.
Nope. I was like, I missed this.
Dan's got a way of picking horses that turn into really good horses as 4-year-olds. So
that's what I said. Spin wheel. He's not going to do anything this year. But wait till like the middle of the summer or something. He'll be in a stake somewhere and we'll win.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's say that I'm on the team.
Just as I have a $100 straight pick 4 alive to the 4, or I guess that would be Gulfstream. You're not alive to Cabot.
I was like, whoo. I mean, I love Chris Hartman, but my goodness.
All right, here we go. Getting in a gate for the Southwest. Boy, it feels weird not being there, but hard to be there when they run on the same day as a Pegasus this year. So, gosh, by the way, 8 minutes till the showdown. Gosh.
Are you guys going? This is a far ways way ahead, but you guys going to Belmont Stakes day?
I would say a very good chance. Yeah, we'll be there.
I'd say so.
I don't know. Jared may have eye troubles, so who knows? Yeah.
It's on my birthday.
I'm going to travel by then. We'll go.
Yeah. Oh, it's on your birthday. Oh, yeah, you told me that.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
We missed one years.
What's that, Belmont?
Yeah.
Yeah, other than the COVID, you're right. Yeah. Been to a lot of them. Last year was awesome. There's like 5,000 people there. That was amazing.
And we got to see one of the best races. Probably one of the best of the year. So
yeah, that Belmont was great. All right. Well, good luck, everybody. Here we go.
Feels weird having the Southwest ran in January.
Oh, it doesn't seem right. And the Rebel's going to be in February. That's going to be worse. Okay, they're out of the gate, and the 9 Classic Moment's going to take them to the turn ahead. New Grange is behind him.
He's going to be wide.
Yeah, he's about 4 wide. So horse ran off the rail there. He's still, if you're good enough, you can win from there, no doubt.
Yeah.
Looks like
the 4 going to win. This is interesting. I speculated
New Grange didn't really need to lead the win. He's pretty comfortable tracking. Now let's just see if he has that kick when they ask him. He's tracking fine. Everybody else is way out of it.
Ben Diesel got bet down 5-1.
Oh.
It's usually on Martin Luther King Day.
Yep.
Southwest, which is February. So
no, President's Day.
President's Day, whatever.
Party used to be on Martin Luther King Day. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So there you go.
I don't think he's going to win this.
No, he's got him way out in the track. He's asking.
He is done.
But
or is he rebreaking?
I don't know.
Of course he is.
He doesn't look like a winner still, though.
No, this 4. I like literally just said I love Chris Hartman, and I was kind of joking. I need
The
to
9 is an Asmussen horse at 54-1. Here comes Newgrange.
Here he comes.
Here he comes.
Ben Diesel's coming too, though. He's on
Yeah.
the rail.
I think I should have boxed this instead of playing it straight.
Newgrange still isn't making up a ton
No,
of ground,
he's
guys.
not. He's going to get the rail. Wow.
Come on, John.
Newgrange is
Get him up there.
done.
Go, Ben Diesel. Get
Oh,
up.
here he comes. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Here he comes.
Is Kavad
Oh,
going to do?
Newgrange is still going to win.
Oh
That's-
my
Come on, one.
gosh.
Get up, one. Keep running. Who's that 8?
8 is Barbara Rhodes going to get
Wow.
That horse is a donkey. These Baffert horses are so juiced, it's unbelievable. That horse had no business winning.
That horse rebroke 3 times.
Good God, what a joke that is.
I thought that horse was done like literally 3 different times.
Going into the turn, he
Yeah.
backed up 6 lengths.
And then even when they hit the stretch, I was like, well, he's not coming. I think that was also a matter of those horses in front were absolutely
Good
awful.
Lord.
Well, good for Vinny.
Yeah, piss on Vinny.
Piece of shit. Both of them.
Fuck Vinny.
All 3 of them, actually. Baffert, Newgrange, and Vinny. Especially Vinny.
I wasn't seeing things right. Like that horse was done multiple times.
Yes, multiple
Yeah.
times.
Okay. Well, same old maiden focuses. Yep, you're right. Yeah, Southwest was Monday President's Day. Yeah.
It's kind of like it's kind of on us, isn't it? Like that we even expected like that the horse would be done. Like
No, you're right. Yeah. I don't know, dude. I've never seen him in like that deep of water multiple times and still win. Like
He was climbing. Like halfway down the backstretch, I thought he was climbing and going to pull him up because he just seemed like he kept going out wider and as they went down the backstretch.
Yeah, I thought he was about to be pulled up.
I did too.
it kind of had the look of like one of those like, oh, there's a Baffert horse, just not very good.
Yeah.
Like he's just gonna come here and not run well, and then
So
Wow.
so then the story will be, well, he's a good horse. He really fought hard there at the end and really showed his class.
is this a situation where that field may have been dog shit?
Oh, I think 1,000%. Part of the reason why he even was able to get there was those horses just stopped in front of him.
Like, yeah, I agree. Like if Ben Diesel was a good horse, he should have won. He had a perfect trip. I mean, it was a great. Listen, I've been John Court's biggest critic at times, but I thought he rode fantastic. I thought it was a perfect ride. That horse just wasn't good enough. Ben Diesel is a terrible horse. I agree.
Really bad.
Sorry. Baffert tests positive on Tuesday. Yeah, but then a year later they'll give it to him anyway. So, oh, there you go. Yeah.
Oh, grooms peeing in stalls.
Well, boys and girls, we're to the main event.
Thank God. I don't want to talk about that race anymore. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, a lot of anger from this race. Well, bankroll is at $58.50 profit going into this one. We got $50 bet, so it's a profitable day, but we don't want to make $850. We'd like to make $108.50, and that's what we would make if Life is Good wins here. So that's the difference. One horse is going to make the difference. It's been a good day. Even if you lose, it's still okay day. Wins, be a great day. So,
well, in terms of the bankroll, it's really been even the races we've missed, we've been all over.
all over.
I mean, every stretch you thought you had a shot, really, on all of them. The biggest opinion that we had, the lock that we singled in the pick 3 and we played a win bet, which was Regal Glory, and that horse won for fun. Yep. So I feel good about that. I mean, I feel like everything we've pressed has been good. It's just it has been somewhat chalky too. It's kind of part of the game today. So yeah, I mean, if you can get Life is Good home here, making that much on $300 wager, considering what's come in, is about the best way to do that, I think. Yeah,
no, I agree. I think Life is Good wins here. You give yourselves an air high five. I'm not touching you for a couple of weeks. So but air high five, and
you guys might get what I have just by being on here with me.
Well, yeah, I know. But like you said, I thought we'd get 2-1 on Speaker's Corner. We didn't.
Right.
I thought we'd get 6-5 on Regal Glory. We didn't. The other big one that could have made this where it really didn't matter what happened is we had the 5 horse in the inside information, and that Cox horse was just a freak because we tried to beat a favorite there and had the right horse and still couldn't beat that horse. So
that 5 horse wins. It pays a lot more than $100. So that pick 3. So that was just part of it. But I
had 50 to win on the horse too.
That too. Yeah, exactly.
So obviously you hit this and it's great. You miss it. It's like, well, shit, we were right there on them. Just one of those days. Get a little unlucky if you miss this race and only make $8. But like I said, wins like we think he's going to make $100. Good day, real good day.
This with the 3 minutes to post, there's 4 to 5 still on the. Obviously, Nixco is going to be the favorite, right? We're probably going to hold like this 4 to 5, even money pretty close to that for these two. It kind of reminds me of the Classic where we were like, everybody's on essential quality. Are we dumb for playing Knicks Go at this price? Are we dumb for doing that? And it turned out well. So do you guys feel like that at all? That's the vibes I'm getting a little bit.
It's funny to me that I don't know the correct answer to your question, but I do know that it is funny that we're sitting here like he was 3-1 in the Classic, and now he's 4 to 5 against easily the best horse he's had to face so far. And that to me is he's too low. And I get why he is that low, but you know what I'm saying? Like 3-1 versus, and now you're playing him against the best horse that he's probably ever faced. Certainly the fastest horse he's ever faced. I don't know. 4 to 5 is tough to play anyways. I get why he's 4 to 5. That makes sense.
If I thought he was going to be loose on the lead, I would play him at 4 to 5. That's just it, Well,
yeah.
You can't play him at 4 to 5 when he's got this kind of pace setup scenario happening. And you're right. That's how you make money in the game. You catch him at 3-1 when he should have been 4 to 5, and now you're going to pass on him when he should be, I'll say 8 to 5 instead of 4 to 5. That's how you play the game.
We got a special guest making her first appearance on our show.
Got all kinds of babies on the show today.
Who else has been on?
Oh, no, Magic was off air. That's right.
I say you counting Magic as a baby?
Okay, you're right.
Listen, if Regal Glory had lost, I might have turned into one.
I wish I would have watched you guys watch that one. That was a fun one to watch.
Well, I was stressed out with the way she started, but
yeah, but when they were turning like around the turn for home, I was like, oh, she's gonna do it.
Yeah. You felt good when you're watching Jose, and it's like he hasn't even asked her yet.
Right.
Yeah. It felt good. Oh gosh, 4 minutes, man. I just can't wait to see what happens. Who's got the lead in the first turn?
I think life is good.
Maybe.
I think it's Knicks Go.
Opening a half mile. What do you think?
46.
I'm gonna say 45-3. I think they cook.
I think it's sub 46.
I'm gonna go 45-4.
They interviewed Pletcher earlier before the Colonel Liam race, and they were talking about this one. He's like, you guys. He's like, basically is saying the same thing we're saying. Whereas, I hope they don't burn each other out. Like they're ascending. They're both going. I mean, that's the thing. At least that's what he says.
Well, didn't Johnny V say that about Medina Spirit, and then he just hung back and was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get second.
Yeah.
Listen, it could happen. It could definitely happen. I think as long as you break well, you're a madman not to send in the spot. You just have to. You can't look at what Nixco has done over and over and not try to pressure him. And if you burn yourself out, well, hell, it beats just running second behind him the whole time. I mean, this isn't some horse that's not any good that we're just trying to get a check here. We're trying to win this race. Well, The only way you do it is go after his ass. So we'll see.
All right, I played a trifecta and just put them both in first, and then didn't put them in the money after that.
I mean, that makes a lot of sense to me. Who'd you use in the second and third spot? Stiletto Boy, as Bree says here. What do you think? Who'd you put?
Yeah, I used Stiletto Boy, Chess Chief, and I can't believe I'm gonna say this, Sir Winston.
You about threw up.
I almost did.
Oh.
I put a couple of extras in third. I used Empty Tomb and Title Ready in third also.
Yeah, it gets weird underneath,
Right.
All last year, and that when he got second, it's like, what? That horse we didn't think would last 6 furlongs, So JB says go Sir Winston. By the way, now 4-5 on both of these horses. Wow.
Well, the multis are weird. Like Nix goes the favorite in the pick 5 and the pick 6, but then I think Life is Good is favorite in the pick 3 and pick 4.
Yep. I think Nick said that a little bit earlier. I forgot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But Nix goes the favorite in the double also.
Okay.
Just barely, but
so it's a toss up. It's a toss up. Both are 4-5. Nobody's taking anybody at all. Sir Winston 14-1. That's I guess he's taking.
I mean, I might get kicked out of the Tacitus fan club on this, but the only horse that horses beaten is Tacitus.
You're saying he's not very good.
Yeah.
Oh boy. This has been fun. This has been very, very fun today. And now we're to the main event. Gosh, Jared, I told Magic when we got up to where we can't lose money if we lose this Pegasus. I was like, now we can just enjoy it, So
Exactly. This is what we hoped, right?
Yeah. Great day if he wins. Not that bad a day if he loses. And we can't. The other thing is, if Nix Go wins, I don't want to sit here and be pissed off because he's given us so much over this year.
I know. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I said on Blinkers Off, like, this is going to be it should be one hell of a race, and let's just sit back and enjoy this. And yeah, I mean, I hope if you're betting this race or you have something live to this race, good luck. But at the same time, like, try to enjoy what we're about to see here because it may not happen again for a long time to see these kind of horses this fast, this caliber of speed running a $3 million race like this. Like, it's just it's gonna be a show.
Yeah, it's gonna get wild on this feed here real quick. There's gonna be a lot of screaming. So the one thing I said on Blinkers Off, I've said it a few times, I just pray they both break really well. Like, give me the matchup. Don't one hits the ground or nose hits the ground and then it's gate to wire. Even if it's Life is Good, I don't really want to see that. So pretty boy. Nix Go. Just standing there waiting. He's going to beat us probably, and that's okay. I love that horse.
It sucks. I'm rooting for, not betting wise, but just I'm rooting for a dead heat because to me, I don't think any of these horses deserve to lose this, and I don't want to. You don't want to see it, right? To have that blemish. It's I know Life is Good was awesome in the Jerkins and probably shouldn't have lost, but the fact that he's got that L, I'm like, wish he didn't have that.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you something. He's about as good a looking horse as you'll ever see. Look at this horse. He is flawless.
Look at him,
Life is
prancing.
Good Lord. He looks good.
I had the vibes that I got from the trainers is that Cox is just kind of his even-keeled self that he is about Nix Go, but I feel like he was more hyped on Nix Go for other races, whereas with Pletcher, it seems like with all the horses he's won with today, this was the one I always felt like he's so nonchalant that when he says something, it's just like, wow, he really thinks Life is. I get the feeling that Pletcher thinks Life is Good is going to run off the screen.
Yeah, I feel like you're right about that. I thought Michael was ready. He was not. I feel like you were right about that. he's just been way confident with this horse.
Dan says that race historically hasn't been a good send-off for retiring horses. He had Arrogate beating up on Chrome, Accelerate losing on his way out. Gunrunner and City of Light both won, but they weren't facing. Well, City of Light beat Accelerate, but
No.
man,
Yeah.
I'm getting nervous. I'm just not because of my bets. I just been waiting for this race for months.
It's the big race feel that you get, you know. There's big races every weekend, but this is a big time event. I mean, literally right after the Breeders' Cup, they said this was a possibility. This is what we all hoped for. And here we go.
You know, it was a possibility. You kind of thought it's probably not going to happen.
I assumed one would back out. Yeah.
I was afraid one would get hurt. Life is Good had that injury before. You know, you're afraid that he's got the big picture, right? This is it for Nick's Go. Maybe Life is Good scratched.
All right.
I'm like shaking.
Are we all on the same? Mine's are like Life is Good is not in yet.
3 just walked in.
One of the biggest like duels I could ever remember in a big time race.
For me, this is Arrogate Chrome on that first one.
See, for me, it's even better because the running styles are
Okay.
exactly the same.
And they haven't faced each other yet either. That's the thing too. Like in that one, they had faced each other. Well, yeah, but, you know, I guess in the Breeders' Cup maybe a little bit.
Right. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh boy, boys, here we go. Good luck.
Oh God, one of them's freaking out.
It's not the two good ones.
Oh, the one right next to one of the good ones is kind of a. Like I said, just pray they break. I don't want
Come
to
on.
see an uncontested
Come on.
race here.
Break and let's see what happens.
Yeah, break well, both of you. Come on. They did.
Yep.
Look at Stiletto Boy.
Okay.
Nick's Go is going to be third. Nick's Go is third.
He says, "Excuse me."
Well, that's not happening.
Very poorly timed message there. I know there's
very poorly
timed.
I
All right,
can't
Life is
believe
Good.
this.
Multiple length lead. Stiletto
Well-
Boy. You think Jose did that on purpose?
not-
Because now look at what he's doing. He's pulling
Yeah,
Stiletto Boy way back.
Yeah.
He's not even running fast either. Life
No,
is good.
just if he loses from here, you know, it is what it is. Like, there's no way this horse should lose from here.
No. Look, he's got what is that, 8 links?
Yeah.
If Nick's Go,
Why is he so far out
wins
wide?
from here, he's a freaking legend.
This horse right now should win this race by 10. I mean,
He hasn't moved on him either, by the way.
no.
Look at these fractions.
Why did Nick's Go not go out there? I don't.
So Stiletto Boy crossed over on him.
Yeah,
And then-
still
and then-
though.
This was never
Once
a race, guys.
Once Jose crossed over on Stiletto Boy and Nick's Go was way back, he put the brakes on Stiletto Boy. That was design.
Nick's Go may not hit the board.
No, and that's the way you should play this race. You play one favorite. I think you guys
Come
talked
on,
about it
baby.
your show even. Here we go. Open him up.
He gone.
Dominant.
Look at Stiletto Boy's hitting Nick's Go now. Jose's trying to stop him.
I'm gonna give Nick's Go a hell of a lot of credit, boys. Nick's Go ran a great race to get second.
Let's do it. Awesome.
I thought he would give up the second he wasn't even, near the lead, but that's why you pick Life is Good there.
That's right. And you hadn't looked at the race yet, and I'm not. Once you looked at it, you saw the same thing I did. But I was texting you early, but like I said, before you looked at it, you were really sick that day, and you're like, dude, you're giving Life is Good too much credit. I don't think he's fast enough. And then you looked at it and you said, yeah, he's probably going to be on the lead, if not right on it. And I never could imagine the race would have been ran like that. But
Well, there we have it. There we have it again, Magic. We have a situation now. Granted, they did finish 1-2. It wasn't like Nick's Go was an absolute no-show.
Yep.
But we did not get that unbelievable, epic speed duel that we kind of just assumed would happen. Life is Good did his thing. It wasn't like, what is it, like 23 and change? It wasn't like they were going 21. So what was the thought there with Nick's Go? Because we know he's faster than that.
I am convinced that Jose Ortiz did that. You watch the break again.
Run for second?
No, he ran Nick's Go out of the race early. Stiletto Boy. None of us thought Stiletto Boy was going to be that forwardly placed that early, and he was ahead of Life is Good and Nick's Go, and as soon as Life is Good went past, he crossed over on Nick's Go, forced Nick's Go to back way off. As soon as they got on the backstretch, Jose literally is like doing this to Stiletto Boy because now he wants to hit the brakes because he's created the separation. I'm not going to say there's collusion with the brothers, but you can't tell me he didn't cross over Nick's Go on purpose.
Let me watch the replay. I'm not questioning you at all. I trust your judgment. I just want to. I didn't see it because I was just watching Life is Good, and it's like, holy shit, he's up by 5, and I didn't. Okay, no, that's just the break. Let me see what happened break here.
But clean break. The 1, 2, and 3 were together across. The 2 is going to back out because Nick's Go comes out a little bit.
Stiletto Boy third.
Yeah.
Sir Winston's still running.
Well,
good pick.
Remember when he won the Belmont?
Good pick by Dr. Miranda there.
Okay, Magic, he crossed over, but he was also pretty clear of him. And why was Nick's Go not right on the rail with him? He's faster than Stiletto Boy. Why was he not aggressive?
Joel kind of fell asleep at the wheel.
I mean, I'm not complaining. I just cashed a gate-to-wire winner at 4-5 that we should have won like a 1-9 shot. Like, it was never a race, but
right.
It is kind of disappointing we didn't see what it could have been if it was a race because he wasn't aggressive with him.
Yeah.
It's almost like Nick's Go did what the other horses have been doing when he's in the race all year, run for second.
Right. And what's so funny is all week you hear Brad Cox. Well, I mean, we're going to be super aggressive. Like we're going to like this. We know what our horse is. We're going to go. Guys, he wasn't even second on the first call.
No.
He was third. Like if you would have told, if there's any world that I said he's going to be third on the first call, you guys would assume the horse went to his knees out of the gate.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And he didn't. He had a great break.
He broke. Yeah. I mean, hey, there you go.
Love it, Mom. Good job.
Well,
hey, Nick, there you
go. Let's see.
What are we getting for payouts?
Nothing.
Well, I mean, was he actually He was. He took more money than Nick's Go.
Did he?
$39,000 more. Yeah.
I just don't understand the game plan with Nick's Go. And again, I shouldn't be upset. We had the other horse. So, but if I would have bet Nick's Go, I would be fucking pissed right now.
Pays out exactly 4-5.
Yeah.
No fractions on that one.
Yeah, Jason said he never seemed to get out of third gear. He did kind of just run one pace around there.
Yeah.
He looked like a plotter almost.
Yeah. That was more Tiz and Magician's style of running. Just kind of keep churning, not really do anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's a beast of a horse. I don't think it would have mattered.
No.
He dictated right from the gate. He dictated the race. Up the backside, I'm like, I really can't believe we're going to win this race by like 20. And he certainly did. And this is a freak. And, now I guess the challenge is Flightline, right? Like, is that the horse that can beat him? I remember when Nick's Go won all his races, it was like, well, Life is Good. That's the horse that could beat him. Well, he just did. Now is Flightline the next one? That's the question now.
How good? This is a stupid question, but I mean, considering Nick's Go didn't really, let's just say he didn't run his race. He tried hard, but we know his race is not what he just did today. How good is Life is Good?
I think he's freaking fantastic. I don't know that this race really proves it. It's a weird answer, right?
Yeah.
That was a paid workout for this horse.
Oh, yeah.
But I think he's really, really good.
You also didn't learn anything about
No.
how far he can go either.
No.
Because he just cruised the last eighth of a mile of the race.
You let that caliber of horse get out like that, he could go 3 miles. You're right.
Yeah.
You didn't learn a thing about him other than he's elite. I mean, he has that elite speed. It still took a fast horse to break and clear and go out there. But no, you didn't learn that he could, get longer distances effectively. You just learned that you can't let him out there by himself. He'll beat you. So he's great. He's a really great horse. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, it's disappointing we didn't get to see that duel. But not that disappointing. We catch a ticket. So we got the winner right. So not crying too much.
One of the toughest races to handicap that I've ever looked at, and you got it right. So that's something.
Yep. Yeah, and it's the same. Nick said the problem is, guys, what other horse can run with him early? That was the problem with Nick's Go, right? What other horse can run with him early? He finally got one today, and that's what happened. But now you're in another level. Okay, now who can go with him? As Maiden says here, maybe it is Flightline, So that's why I mentioned that's the next thing that we have to go with. But that's a freaky horse. All right, we got somebody said, is Oaklawn about to? Yeah, they got 2 minutes at Oaklawn. I don't know if you guys want to wrap it up or watch Nashville at Oaklawn. It's up to you guys.
It's a couple minutes. Let's do it.
Okay. Bankroll returns 98.50 profit. So, like Jared said, for a chalky day, you're looking at about a 33% ROI. If I did it in my head, maybe a little less, in the 30s. Pretty good. Pretty good day.
Yep, I take it.
Yep, very happy, fun. Always good to hit the big race, and always good to hit it and not have to worry about it one step of the way. I just thought I would be so nervous the whole time.
I'm used to having. You thought you'd be nervous, and the nerves went away as soon as you saw Nick's go in third. You're like, well, this is over.
Yep.
Like immediately.
Yep.
I forgot what I was going to say. Shit, it'll come back to me. I haven't. Maybe not. It wasn't all that great anyways. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Oaklawn, King Cotton Stakes, 0 minutes to post. Hollis, the track record holder, 3-1. Nashville's 4-5. Collusion Illusion 7-2. I hope he just actually runs. If he runs okay, I'll be happy.
Oh, I just had a customer email us very happy. He bet a ton on Life is Good. Nice. Good job. Hope you're watching. This race, Nashville's 4-5, and he got absolutely smoked by Hollis last time out, and Hollis is 3-1. So people thinking Nashville's going to bounce back. Hollis set the track record last time these two faced. So pretty interesting and kind of weird watching this race with no Whitmore, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm happy there's no CZ Rocket, though. That makes me feel a little better.
Makes me feel a lot better. Yeah, CZ Rocket sucked last time he ran at Oaklawn. So,
boy, Jared, how confident are you feeling in the Chiefs tomorrow?
Oh, I mean, I don't want to jinx anything, but I feel very confident.
More so than you did when they faced the Bills?
Oh, hell yeah! By 10 times. I mean, because I truly felt like the Bills game was going to be. It's funny that I thought the Bills game was going to be a 50-50 game, and it ended up being a 50-50 game because of the coin flip in overtime. So, really, it kind of lived up to that. To me, you got to. Yeah, they lost to the Bengals, but if you look at that game, there's so many things about that game that was just awful. The officiating especially, and I find it hard to believe that they're going to come in to Arrowhead and upset them in the AFC Championship. And you know what's crazy is a lot of people are picking against the Chiefs again. So I love it. I feel very confident in it, though.
Good.
You can't dream up. I mean, to me, the way this has all kind of come to not get the 1 seed, it's all worked out extremely well.
Oh, perfect. Yep. All right, they're off. Nashville's not on the lead, but he's ranging up.
Trying to.
Now he's going to 3. Who's the 3? Home base on the lead, and then there goes Nashville. Hollis saving all the ground on the rail. Where's our boy Collusion Illusion? He's in about 6th. He's starting to range up. Collusion Illusion.
Is he in the green silks?
No.
He's the one falling back.
Yeah, he's put his dick in the dirt.
He's the one with his dick in the dirt with the My Racehorse silks. Yeah,
right now, this looks like a big upset brewing unless Nashville kind of re-rallies.
Who's rolling on the outside?
Edge.
Bob's Edge.
Bob's Edge, as Vic Soffer would say.
There was a follower of ours. I forget who it was. He'll let me know. He'll send me a DM. That when the fantasy league was coming up last year, wanted me to draft Bob's Edge because he thought the horse was going to be a big thing.
Well,
He's
Bob's
been a good
Edge
sprinter.
absolutely jogged home
Yep.
in this race. Easy win for Bob's Edge.
What's happened to Nashville? Jeez.
I think he probably got overhyped.
I would say that's safe.
He was about a half a length ahead of Collusion Illusion, who was last at the wire there.
When you think about what that horse has actually done, it's not a whole lot. He won an allowance race impressively on a really big racing day. Sometimes they get elevated a bit. I think that's my best guess. I mean, I thought he was good too. I'm not sitting there being a know-it-all. I thought he was good too, but he's not.
So Collusion Illusion's probably done. Nashville's done. Oh well.
All right.
I'm glad we stayed for that race.
Yeah, we should have ended it. I said Magic ended, and he didn't do it. So
it's like when you went for a second question on Dudes Who Bet Sports. You just got greedy.
You're now cursed, Magic. All right. So we're going to let's sign off here. Let's sign off. Any final thoughts? Michael, you want to come in? Final thoughts, or yes? Okay. Final thoughts. We'll go around the world. We'll do Michael first since he has a quiet baby. Michael, final thoughts.
Is Life is Good the classic winner?
As now you'd have to think so, right?
I don't. No 3-year-old is beating him, and I don't think Hot Rod can touch him.
Mm-mm.
And Essential Quality's off banging broad, so
He's good. As long as he stays healthy, there's no way.
yeah, I think that's a big. Might be a big if, but I don't think. I heard they were talking about shipping him to Saudi or Dubai.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to keep his ass in the U.S. or who knows what can happen.
Yeah.
Catch some turbulence on a flight over and break something.
Yeah, put them in bubble wrap. That's what they need to do with him. That's what I would do with him for sure. But Flightline, that's the one. That's the one that everybody's kind of saying, yeah, maybe they could beat him. So we'll see. That's a different race to analyze for a different day. I'm just excited we got this one. Jared, I know you've had a long day, urgent care and sick, but any final thoughts?
No, it ended on a great note. We cashed our tickets, and it was chalky, but it's like I always tell people, it's like when you press your opinions and you're right, and I don't care if it's chalky or not. Would you rather cash a ticket or not? So we did. We made money, and now I'm gonna go probably sleep.
Well, I told Heather we're going to get drunk after this is over. 12 straight hours of this shit. I'm kind of done with racing for maybe a couple hours at least. Magic, go ahead. Final thoughts. And you know what? Just close this off. I have no final thoughts. You just.
Final thoughts. This was awesome. Everything was great. Aaron and I had talked at the start of the show how we were like giddy, first day of school feelings for today because just how exciting the card was that Gulfstream put together. But then doing the live stream was fun. Aaron and I and then Jared got to join Michael coming in. All of you who were in the chat, we had close to 100 of you that were watching at any given moment, which was awesome. We're trying really hard to build up this what you guys are watching and participating in. So like big race days, we're gonna try and have as many of the Racing Dudes team on as possible because it's fun. We love talking about horses. It's like being at the track with your friends, But when we do it digitally, we can just do it with everybody. It doesn't matter if you're at the track or not. So it's a lot of fun. Thank you, everybody, for joining. This has been a great afternoon for me. And then also the wagering guide, the live bankroll articles. Like there's a reason if you watched any YouTube video, I pushed the shit out of the live bankroll articles, and I'm sorry if it got annoying, but there's a reason. You just turned a big ass profit again. This is the second straight year that it was 50% profit last year almost, and you're gonna have another strong one again this year. So it's $40 to buy the guide, but when we're telling you these big heavy press play opinions like Jared's talking about, and it works. I mean, if you were here to watch the Regal Glory race, how fun was that? I mean, it was fun for Aaron and I because we were single to Regal Glory and had a lot of money on her. But this is why we love to do this, and it's so great that you guys keep joining us. So thanks, everybody. Thanks, Jared, for sacrificing what little energy you have left to join us. Michael, thanks for sacrificing your time with your baby. Aaron, thanks for sacrificing your Heather time because she's a wonderful human being, and I know she's a lot of fun to be around. So go enjoy. What's that?
She doesn't like Danhausen.
Listen, nobody's perfect, all right? Everybody's got to have one flaw. We think we found hers. If you don't like Danhausen, you're cursed. But the Magic Mike show will be back on Monday. I think Aaron's going to join me because I think Somich is still going to be.
That's why you're out here. You're cursed.
Yeah, that's why I'm sick.
That's right.
Hey,
we're going to get out of here.
Doesn't want to be cursed.
Hey, props to Halterman too, by the way, for cashing that big pick 4, pick 5 early on the card.
Thanks.
Yeah,
I mean,
congratulations.
You mentioned the bankroll in the guide, which, I mean, it's fantastic. But we also included in that guide exactly how we're playing these multi-race wagers, and Halterman puts that together, that section, and I think it cleared to like $1,200 after the investment. So you do that. The rest of this is just great. It was before the stakes started, so not bad.
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. Magic knows. I fretted over this guy probably more than any of them ever, huh? And to be sitting here doing well on that one, I've earned a few beers and probably drink about 8 and probably go to bed. So it's gonna be a good night. Watch a little Royal Rumble as well.
What time does it start?
Real quick.
Yeah.
We got an hour and 40 minutes until SHRP starts. So start capping.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Hey, big day tomorrow at Sam Houston, too. Ladies Classic tomorrow.
Yep. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. We'll see you guys on the next big broadcast from the Magic Mike Show. Blinkers off. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Go to racenews.com. We'll see you later.